What up, what up, what up? We got James Pond, we got Perfecto already in the chat. What's poppin', boys? I'm just posting to my story now because as you can see in the thumbnail, Nick and Kayla are ducking the interview. Okay? Nick and Kayla are ducking the interview officially. All right? I put it on the thumbnail. It's official. Nick and Kayla, in my opinion, are ducking the interview. This is hereby a formal invitation. Tonight, come on the platform. Come on the stream tonight. Formal invitation. For as long as I'm live, I will accept Kayla or Nick via video or phone call. Come on the stream tonight and address everything. I ain't taking nothing down. Come on here and address it, and I'll probably take it down after I get to ask you about it. But it needs to be addressed, point blank, period. Everything needs to be addressed. Come on the platform if you're not ducking. All right, let me post my story though, because if they're not watching now, they're gonna see my story when I post it on Instagram. And we do have some updates, on the whole Nick Diaz and Kayla saga. Everyone seems to be turning a blind eye to it. I saw fucking some half brain cell account today actually celebrating the fact that they got married. Not to diss the marriage, but I don't know if it's something that should exactly be celebrated right now, considering he skipped out of sober living to go marry her on fucking a day's notice in Vegas. I mean, does that sound like something that should be celebrated? I got a few opinions, like I said, we got some stuff to break down once again. Lil bro Nate, okay, posted about Nick today, and it says nothing, but it tells you everything. All right, so we do have some stuff to get into. I don't mean to keep stringing along this Nick Diaz topic, but you know what? I'm finna do it as long as I need to do it. Okay? And the second it becomes overkill, I will stop, but it's not overkill yet. This is a developing story. I mean, this is a fucking every single day we get a new little tidbit of information about these guys. Hold on. I'm gonna mute it so you guys don't have to keep listening to this. All right, sorry for that delay. Sorry for that delay. I just had to find the right moment for that fucking. I mean, it's just like trying to post it on my story. I don't want to bother you guys with the details, but I was just trying to find the right part of the song to fucking post on the story. Shout out to everybody in the stream right now. Okay. Once again, formal invitation to Nick and Kayla. Okay. Tonight's the night. Come on the stream and settle it all. Settle it all. It needs to be settled once and for all. Thinking again says, my guy thinks Nick Diaz is ducking his fate. I mean, I extended a formal invitation to Nick today, a formal invitation to Kayla today, and I'm getting ducked. All right? I'm getting ducked. So I don't know what else you want me to call it, but I'm getting ducked. This whole thing isn't going to be about that exactly. We're going to break down what's been going on. But, you know, that's the thumbnail. I'm getting ducked, and it's a formal invitation. Come on the podcast today, and we can have a conversation, a real conversation about everything. No bullshit. I swear to God, Kayla hates to see me coming these days. She's like, oh, my God, this guy's a fucking disaster. I can't believe I let him get close. Shit, you cannot let me get close. You can't let me get close. Let me actually post a couple things to my Dropbox so I can pull it up on here. Actually, I could drop it in the Discord, can't I? No, let me just send it to my Dropbox real quick. It's the stories Nick posted on his Instagram last night. Okay, let me pull it up on Dropbox. Uno momento. And I also think I have some more information to add. I mean, I'm being asked to show some of Nick's tax troubles. Okay, I'm legit being asked to show some of Nick's tax troubles and bring it to light tonight. I'm, you know, worried. Just starting to get a little bit of cold feet about sharing it, but I think I'm going to share it because, you know, it's what I'm being asked to share. But Nick and Kayla, I mean, come on. You want to distract me from sharing that stuff? Come on the fucking podcast. Let me pull up my Dropbox. God damn it, I'm not signed in on here. Okay, so last night Nick posted on his story. Let me get this up real quick. Okay, last night Nick posted on his story with Kayla. The newlyweds, I don't know, they might be out eating sushi or something like that, but here's Nick and Kayla posted up on Nick's story last night. Martin Sano getting cucked in the corner. Now, I just have one question. Everybody left, everybody went home. What the fuck is Martin Sano still doing here? Go home, homie. Go home. Unless you guys, okay, are in some type of love triangle. I mean, a lot of people, and I even feel bad doing this right now, but it's just like, guys, wake up. A lot of people have been seeing this. They're ignoring all my posts, okay? Martin Sano is with these guys 24/7. Go home, homie. Jake Shields went home. It's the three of them. Kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Martin Sano's still with them. He woke up with them. He goes to bed with them. Martin Sano with them 24/7. What the hell is the deal with that? But no one wants to question that, really, right? No one wants to question that. It's crazy, though, how no one literally asked the damn question. Why the fuck is Martin Sano with this guy 24/7? Nick and Kayla just got married, the newlyweds, and this guy won't leave them the fuck alone. I mean, I would imagine they're trying to honeymoon to some degree. What the fuck does homie do? Nick, fresh out of rehab, marrying his chick. I mean, against his family wishes, you know, side note. But he gets out of rehab, marries his chick with Martin Sano 24/7. I mean, are they just going to the same house together? Who knows where they're staying? But it's like, Martin Sano, homie, go home, homie. And Nick, go home as well. Everybody go the fuck home. Everybody go the fuck home, all right? Martin Sano, go home. Nick, go back home to Stockton. Kayla, I don't exactly know where to tell you to go, but go back to your family home. You feel me? The gig is up. This shit's a fucking disaster. All right, continuing on the story. Shout out to Nick. Shout out to Kayla. The newlyweds. Just had to peep them for the one time. All right. And there's another one too. Hold on.
Yeah.
And what's poppin', Otto? Otto saying, yo, what up? I hope you're having a great one out there and everybody else is too. What I missed. You didn't miss anything so far, homie. You just kind of missed out. You missed my formal call out to start off the stream, but you haven't missed much, homie. You haven't missed much. This is basically the beginning of the stream right here.
Yeah. She's eating.
Now, I want to ask you guys the question. You know, it does beg, you know, this is what this is all about, right? I would like to know in the chat, I mean, let's do a poll. Let's do a poll. Is Nick still sober? And in particular, I mean, I'm talking about this video, the beginning of this video. Is he still sober or no? Give me your best opinion on this. That's what this is all about, right? Is he keeping his sobriety? If you want to be around Kayla and Martin Sano 24/7 and be sober, I don't got nothing to say, right? But that's why everybody doesn't want him around these two, because they think it's bad influences and they will enable him instead of keep him on the right path. Let's play this video.
Yeah. She's eating. Tell him something. Junior, tell him something.
He's even laughing because look at him embarrassed and shy. Look at him. They're definitely eating sushi. I mean, let's peep the table. Doesn't look like there's any funny business on the table. I'd be curious to know what's in those cups. They look like sake cups, but there's no big sake bottle. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say he's not drinking. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say he's not drinking. It's all water. There's no sake. There's no white sake bottle on the table. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say he's not drinking here. But look at Martin Sano's embarrassed ass.
Junior, tell him something. Yo.
All right. We need a maybe option. If Nick is still sober, I'm going vegan. America First says, Martin is the drug mule. Anything goes down, he stashes it and takes off low key. Damn. Tyler Betts says, what's his name is their DD. Martin Sano's their DD. America First, they about to something Kayla is wild. I don't want to be that rude. I feel like I might be hating a little bit extra today, and it might just be because of, some of the behind the scenes stuff. But, I'm going to try to keep it more or less spicy on my end. Okay, but I mean, it is worth fucking bringing up all this stuff that I've been bringing up so far. Now, I spoke about how Nate posted about his brother today, right? So let's pull up Nate Diaz. And for the record, we spoke about it a little bit last night. I've confirmed Nate isn't going to slap me, okay? Nate won't be slapping me. Not because he's scary or anything like that. Don't get it twisted. He could totally slap me and beat my ass. But Nate's not going to slap me. I think, he's not going to mind me sharing this. Essentially, I told Nate, he said, you caused a lot of shit. And I was like, I basically said something along the lines like, if you were to slap me when you see me, I'll understand. But just know I wasn't on no hate and shit. And then he said, I won't slap, or he said, I won't, I won't slap you. So anyway, I won't be getting slapped by Nate, luckily. Fucking thankfully. And here we are. Nate posted about Nick today. Okay. Nate, Nick, mom, dad. Says nothing but says everything. Because it's amid all this drama. Right? So Nate missing big bro. That's what I'm getting out of this. Nate missing big bro. Kevin from Chicago says, I don't like how Jake said your journalism was BS. I mean, neither did I. Didn't appreciate it at all, Kevin from Chicago. Didn't appreciate it at all. But here is, Nate posting his brother today. So this would be Nate's official statement, right? This is the most he said, a fist emoji, baby picture with the whole family. Big bro, mom and dad, okay? They might be beefing, but this is Nate's attempt at saying, let's set all the bullshit aside, bro. We fucking brothers. You're going through a tough time. Let's lock in. All right? Now, unfortunately, I doubt if Nick is going to feel any type of way about this. Nick seems pretty, detached emotionally. I would be curious to see Nick's raw reaction when Nate posted that and when he saw it. You know what I mean? Because my raw reaction was, damn, Nate misses Nick. Nate misses Nick. All this bullshit's going on. This is his offer at peace. He's not going to say much, but he's posting the photo, a fist emoji. It says it all. Let's let bygones be bygones. Let's not even talk about it. You feel me? What's understood doesn't have to be explained. That's what I think about this. Miata Boy says, Jacob looks extremely sus today. I don't know why, homie. I don't know why you would say something like that. But anyway. A little bit of nice footage. Sean Strickland with Nick Diaz at Extreme Couture. Sean Strickland paying homage to the legend. Regardless of what Nick's going through right now, he a fucking legend. So Sean Strickland paying homage to the legend, Nick Diaz.
I live here. Oh, no shit, bro. You're not in more often? Crazy. I'll be around. That'd be awesome, man. I gotta get a roll with you, dude. Fucking legend over here, guys. Crazy. When are you fighting? On February 21st. That fucking legend, guys. Crazy. Shit, how old are you now? I'm not that old, bro. Well, I'm not masking, bro. I'm not. All these guys, all these guys, the brothers, bro. Every time you talk to them, they're always ready, they're always ready to scrap. Dude, I'm attacking you, bro. How old are you? I don't know, bro. Well, the moral of the story is, dude, when I was a kid, I used to watch you, bro. I'd be in my fucking boxer shorts in the living room watching you scrap, dog. It was like, yeah, no, it's dope, dude. Now I'll watch you. Yeah, I appreciate it.
The perfect time to go out there.
I live here. Oh, no shit, bro.
So shout out to Nick. Okay. Doesn't exactly know how to take compliments, but that's okay. That's okay. Not everybody does. Hey, Jay, what's poppin', HT? What's poppin', homie? Unbroken says, I don't look any more sus than any other day. I don't know what Miata Boy's talking about. Maybe it's my fucking hair. Who the fuck knows what's going on here? That should be better, huh, Miata Boy? I mean, it looks better in the fucking camera. Now I look back on point. America First saying, them boys have gone through so much together. It's understandable he misses his blood. I agree. Let's see. Unbroken saying, I'm sure they try to impregnate each other once. It's oh, I don't know what Unbroken's talking about. America First saying, just give Nick 1 full week and you'll find him in an alley somewhere lighting up. You know, I want to know this one. What do you guys think? Drop it in the chat because I don't want to change the poll yet because it says 92% of people think Nick is not sober still, which is crazy. But I would like you guys. We need Nick versus streamers, hard sparring. I mean, let me step in and do it. Let me step in and do it. I need the clout. Okay, I need the fucking clout. Anyway, I want you guys to share this opinion. Do you guys think that they're living in like a hotel or something like that? Yeah, you did get me unbroken. But I don't know, I get the vibe that they're like staying in like a hotel or something. Clip that. Shit, I need somebody to be clipping shit for me. But yeah, I kind of get the vibe that Nick, Kayla, and Martin are like shacked up in a hotel room somewhere. I would love to ask them that question if they came on the podcast. No. Jacob is going to try to fold Nick out cold. I mean, he's going to try to fold me out cold, is he not? He's definitely going to fucking try to kick my ass for everything I've been posting. Holiday Inn, Motel 6. Nah, I think Nick has a home. Unbroken, he has a home in fucking Stockton. Miata Boy says, I clipped something, you liked it. I did like it, Miata Boy, because I like that you clipped it. You should clip more stuff off, homie. And if you can invite me to collab, then you should invite me to collab. But make sure it's something that's going to go viral. I mean, there's so many parts about the whole Nick Diaz thing that could have been clipped off. I was waiting for somebody to clip off the part where I said Nick could get jumped by Team Diaz if he were to show back up in Stockton. I mean, come on now. That was fucking peak entertainment right there. Who expected that one? You know, somebody should have definitely clipped that one off. I didn't want to do it, but Unbroken says he can't be that stupid with all that money. Well, speaking of that, I guess we should get into it then. The tax situation, shall we? Shall we get into the tax situation? I mean, I want you guys to know I don't necessarily want to do this. But I don't know why they're asking me to show this. You know what I mean? It's coming from Team Diaz, obviously. You know, and they're pretty adamant on me showing this. And I think it's to kind of give Nick advice. I don't know exactly why. But let me kind of just break this down. I've received this big old note. Okay. I mean, should I upload it to my Dropbox and show you guys there? I'm going to read it word for word anyway. I'll pull up the note I've received. Okay. It's a bit of like a list of things. It's almost like a fucking cheat sheet for Nick to know how to handle his taxes. I feel like this is like a message to Nick, a subtle message to Nick. Like, look, if you don't want to listen to your family, here's your tax situation. It's almost giving that like these people can't contact him because they might be blocked. That's what it's giving. That's what it's giving right now. So I'm going to share it. Just know that I've been asked to share this. And listen, if if Nate or anybody's watching, because I'm sure they're clicking on this thumbnail. I'm sure somebody in Team Diaz is watching. If you're against me showing this, You can comment it in the chat and I'll respect your wishes. But just know I am going with Team Diaz's wishes by showing this. Okay? But, you know, people are confused, right? Because, again, this is the thing with Nick. The narrative is so twisted, right? Unbroken says, no, I think Nick has a home. He can't be that stupid with money. Okay. I mean, I guess we got to go debunk this one too, right? We got to see where Nick is at right now. And this is nothing compared to what could be revealed about Nick. Let's be real. But anyway, this is what I've been asked to share. Okay. Nick owes 1.3 million in taxes. 500K is written off when IRS auctions off his house next month and sells it for 500K or more. So, you know, Nick's got a the IRS is going to auction off his house next month because there's a lien on it because of his taxes. And they're going to take all the money that they get from selling the house. Okay. But bottom line, Nick owes 1.3 million in taxes. Shout out Cesar Gracie now. Okay. Shout out to Cesar Gracie. So that'll bring Nick's tax balance down to 800K. Okay. Then after that, the UFC antitrust lawsuit paycheck is approximately 700K after 30% is taken off the top for current year income and taxes. Okay. So I guess he's going to get a milli, but he's going to net 700K because 30% gets taken off the top before you even get it. All right. The IRS wants that fucking UFC antitrust lawsuit money just as much as the fighters do. IRS may seize all of it before Nick even gets a check. Okay, because the 300K on the $1 million settlement check that he's going to receive, getting taxed 300K is like from this year, right? But he still owes that 800K after they auction off his house next month. So with 700K, right, he still owes 800K. So he's still negative 100K in taxes. He's still negative 100K in taxes. Crazy. And this is why you can't be fucking not paying your taxes as an independent contractor, because I guarantee you he does not owe 1.3 million in taxes. So much of that money could have been written off, starting with the 60% he's fucking given to managers in the past. You know what I mean? So much of that money could have been written off as like tax deductions. But here he is, never filing taxes. It fucking raked up on him. It racked up on him. But I guarantee you 1.3 million is not really 1.3 million if he were to be fucking writing off his expenses as he should have been this entire time. You know what I mean? I'm pretty well versed in taxes. My family's had their own fucking situation with taxes. So I know what I'm pretty much talking about here with the liens on the house. You know what I mean? With not filing taxes. You don't really owe as much as it says on paper. You know what I mean? That's what deductions are for. All right. So continuing with that. You know, IRS may seize all of it before Nick even gets a check because, like I said, you know what I mean? He still technically will owe 100K. Now, tax balance is 800 to 700K paycheck leaves Nick with a tax balance of 100K. Like I said, Nick may owe IRS 100K at the end of the day. Unless Nick gets serious tax help, he'll be left with $0. And what they mean by unless Nick gets serious tax help is he needs to get an accountant that will go back and make all the deductions for him over the last 10, however many so years. That's what he needs. That's why he's at where he's at. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying right now. That's why even, you know, who sent me this information is giving the instructions as they're giving. Like I told you, it's almost a blueprint for Nick. This isn't to expose Nick. It's almost giving like they're blocked. They can't get through to Nick. They're using me as this middle ground. Right? So that's why I'm like conflicted, but I'm like, fuck it. I'll share it because this is what it's giving right now. All right. So Nick needs to hire an accountant, point blank, period, because him being negative 100K potentially by the end of this year should not happen. He needs an accountant. Once again, Nick, you need an accountant to go through and file all your deductions going back to however far back your taxes go. And that will reduce your tax debt by a significant amount, probably half, bro. Like I said, you paid 60% of your fucking Robbie Lawler purse to Caesar and some other dude. That's a write-off, homie. You're getting taxed on that as we speak, homie. Now, let me get through this and I'll give you guys some more information, but actually it's right here anyway. Homie fucking detailed it all out there for me, very easily to read. Okay, this is exactly what I was just hinting at, that I'm going to get into later. I didn't realize he included it in the notes. Paul Sandu, CPA at Afari Tax in Yuba City, California, took $10,000 of Nick's money and did nothing for him. No work and no income tax returns were done. Nick needs to sue him to get his funds back. Paul took the detainer and did no work at all and won't refund Nick and made up fake invoices. Okay, so Paul Sandu, CPA, fucking scumbag, thief, POS potentially, needs to be sued. Stole $10K from you, Nick. Afari Tax in Yuba, California, never go to him. All right, boys? You live in Yuba City, California, looking for an accountant, never go to Afari Tax. They scammed Nick of $10K. All right? Nick Diaz should move to Puerto Rico tomorrow, buy a house with funds, and establish residency there as soon as possible in a special tax protective status. Do you see how this is actually like low-key advice for Nick? So that's why I'm sharing it. I think, like I said before, I'll say it one more time. It's giving whoever's trying to get through to Nick, right, with information. Nick might have blocked his whole family. I don't fucking know, right? But for some reason, I'm being used as a middleman here to put it out there, and it's actually advice for Nick. So, you know, there it is. We are airing out some of his dirty laundry, but, you know, the thing about Nick and his whole situation is it's been kept under wraps for years, bro, and it hasn't done him any favors, has it? In fact, he still gets fucking, people don't know what to think about him. And so they just default to fucking supporting him. Well, the truth is the truth. And here it is. It's for Nick to see. Okay. You got to have money to hire an accountant. You know, Miata boy, I don't got all the answers for you here. James Pond says he will never be normal again. Jacob has been skipping taxes for years. Listen to the professional. I haven't. Fuck the IRS. Declare Chapter 11. Unbroken. I think, you know, I don't want to get too into the details because I don't know if I'm supposed to share this, but I think that was the plan for Nick. If I could say that, you know, there was a solid strategy and a plan for Nick's taxes. His family was well aware of it. Right? The team's well aware of it. And they had a plan in place for Nick's taxes. Nick skipping out on sober living, marrying Kayla, right? It's changed everything. Whatever game plan they had before, they can't do it anymore. How are you going to file Chapter 11 for Nick when he's married to Kayla now, won't talk to his family? You feel me? How are you finna do that? So I think that's why they're sending this out. They're like, bro, you got a huge fucking problem on your hands. Don't take this lightly. Like, you're out here fucking, you know, people making reels about you fucking getting your hair cut. You got way bigger fish to fry, homie. Way bigger fish to fry than going and getting a fucking sick haircut fresh out of rehab. Like, you need to go fucking to the accountant right after that. You feel me? Homie over here getting a haircut before he fucking handles his tax situation. And, you know, Nick, you need to get on the tax situation, homie. And move to Puerto Rico, most likely. Like tomorrow, they say. Legend Steezy says, why are they ducking? Because I formally invited them on. They emphatically deny everything their family says, yet they don't want to come on the podcast. Is it kind of fishy to you? It's kind of fishy to me. Bro, gotta look fresh. That's why I said Space Kitty better have fucking hit up the accountant right after that. I mean, I understand looking fresh, homie, but if you're going to get a haircut and you're not even seeing the accountant yet, your priorities are all fucked up. Miata Boy says Nick just needs to pay his taxes, then do 1 or 2 boxing matches, then call it a day, even if he ends up 4 paws up. Damn, so you mean if Nick gets knocked out on his back, Miata Boy? That's crazy. I hope that doesn't happen to Nick. But I feel you. Shit, he might have to get knocked out because, you know, he needs the money, right? It's getting to that point, right? He might have to take an unfavorable matchup because he needs a fucking bag. And that could end badly, right? But give him a big fight. Shit, give him Jake Paul. I don't think that would be a smart move, but Nick would take that fight in a heartbeat. James Pond says, around here, people like us crash out. Nick to Helwani. I got you, Miata Boy. James Pond. Miata Boy says, I always get them at the worst time. Haha. Oh, talking about ads. Shout out to the fucking ads. I'm glad they're still popping up. I got to make that bread, right? So that is pretty much, pretty much the whole Nick Diaz update, if you will. But the invite is still here. If at any point in time they want to come on, more than welcome. We can get into some of the other news on the day, though. Is there some type of playoff game on right now? Why the fuck are you guys talking about football? America Broncos and Seahawks, wounded Bills. What is on the headline for the day? Oh, yeah. So I think this has been blowing up everywhere. Ilia Topuria, by the way, just a friendly reminder, everybody like the stream. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. But run up them likes, run up them subs. I love it. Josiah Harrell. Homie was the one who had brain surgery in his UFC debut against, I think, JDM or something like that, oddly enough. Something along those lines. Not JDM. What was it? He was scheduled to fight like Basil Hafez, something. But Josiah Harrell, he got like released from the UFC after that whole Moya thing. He's still fighting after brain surgery. Apparently, he just attempted the mighty bar, right? Kind of like a suplex takedown into an arm bar. Not really a suplex, though. I don't know why I'm saying that.
And right away, Harold looking for the takedown. Oh, no! Drives into the arm bar. Are you kidding me? Oh, my goodness. I thought we were going to have a replay of Mighty Mouse Johnson.
I think Demetrius calls it the whiz bar. Okay, it's a good attempt.
And right
good
away,
attempt.
Harold looking for the takedown. Oh, no! Drives into the arm bar. Are you kidding me? Oh, my goodness. I thought we were going to have a replay of Mighty Mouse Johnson.
Honestly, if you're trying shit like that and almost getting it in LFA, I think homie's undefeated too. Since his departure from the UFC, fucking sign him. Fucking sign him. It's called the whiz bar. What's up, lads? What's the news today? I'm too lazy to watch the stream from the start. LOL. Dale, I'll fill you in. I started off the stream by formally inviting / calling out Kayla and Nick for ducking the interview. Okay. Formally inviting them on the show tonight, saying, let's do it tonight. We don't wait for no man. Do it tonight. Time is money and money is time. Let's run that shit tonight, Dale. Let's run that fucking shit tonight, homie. I'm ready for it. I ain't scary. I ain't running. I told you boys before, I'm built for this. We could run it tonight. I'm ready to go. Okay, Nick and Kayla, pop on here. Call me. FaceTime, Zoom, Discord, anything. Pop on here for the one time and address everything. in its entirety for the people. You know, that's how I started the stream off, Dale. Then we went through the update on Nick, you know, posting to his story and stuff like that with Kayla and Martin eating sushi. I was trolling Martin for being cucked in the corner. You feel me? Martin needs to fucking go home already. I mean, I understand kicking it with them, but being with them 24/7, 365 is fucking crazy, bro. They just got married, right? It's fucking crazy. And speaking about Nick, I mean, tell me you're just like the most clueless fucking MMA account without telling me you're the most clueless fucking MMA account. This dumb motherfucker, and I don't really got anything against ACD, but you know what I mean? If you're gonna be a dumb motherfucker, I'm gonna call you a dumb motherfucker. He goes, some great UFC news. Nick Diaz got married in Las Vegas last week to his longtime girlfriend, Kayla. He recently just got out of rehab and has also just celebrated 1 year of sobriety. Here he is in good spirits with his new wife. Mr. and Mrs. Diaz, you love to see it. Bro, you're a fucking idiot, and you did no journalism. So get the fuck off my telly acting like you're reporting shit. The truth is, Nick just got out of rehab. He was supposed to go to sober living and fucking skipped out on it completely. Completely against his family's wishes. This ain't no fucking like positive update on Nick, bro. Nick is in a fucking messy ass situation right now. And his family is in shambles over him. This dumb motherfucker right here, acting like he's fucking informing people, giving them updates. Bro, you haven't even been tapped in on these streams. What the fuck you been paying attention to? There's nothing else to pay attention to. This is the biggest news right here, this stream, all week. Ain't nothing bigger to fucking pay attention to than this stream right here. And homie out here fucking turning a blind eye to it, just like all the other media accounts. Isn't it funny how nobody reposted how Nick and Nate are beefing and all that shit? That's okay, because when I'm the only one in town, shit, it makes it that much easier. I like being the only show in town. Okay? But she's like, dude, this guy's such a dumb motherfucker. This guy's such a dumb motherfucker posting shit like this. Fucking bird brain, half brain cell. Where the fuck you post content from? Gotta be the UK. You can't be an American. Yep, the UK. How'd I fucking know? How'd I fucking know? Of course he posts from the UK. These UK boys love to post about Americans and fucking act like they're tapped into American culture. MMA Guru included. Stop speaking about our fucking American shit. If you don't know shit about it, go just report on fucking Patty. Let me handle this shit. Yeah, and then if you guys have been seeing fake news about Hamza in a car accident, it's just cap, complete cap. Don't even worry about it. Been Ariel even reporting it, but Ariel wasn't the first one. Ariel wasn't the first one. I think Mike Bond was the first one. So I don't want to fucking give Ariel the clout. What is it in Bond's replies? Oh, I guess not. All right, Ariel gets the clout. Ariel gets it. Been asked and seeing tweets that Hamza Chimaev was in a car accident. His manager tells me that's not true. He's home in Abu Dhabi and all is well. All right, so all is well with Hamza. Don't even trip about it. Straight cat. Oh, but I was going to pull up Ilia Topuria, wasn't I? Let's pull up Ilia. So Ilia basically, in other words, let's read it out and I'll tell you guys what Ilia really said. But long story short, Ilia said he's returning to fight the winner of Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett in April or June. Here it is. Ilia Topuria says he's going to fight in April, June against the winner of Paddy versus Gaethje. Hi, bro. When do you think you'll fight again? April, June. Armand, ? The winner between Patty and Justin. In other words, Ilia says, this divorce finna be a breeze. It'll be over in 5 to 6 months. But my man is staying undefeated, okay? And he's coming back to the Octagon to maintain his perfect record in there too. But that's the update from Ilia. He essentially said, without saying it, this divorce finna be a breeze. It's finna be a breeze. I just found out. I hopped on here, responded to the first person who asked me when I'm returning, April, June. This divorce finna be a breeze. Okay? We bodying Georgina. We fucking her up. We fucking her up in the divorce, okay? We bodying Georgina. Space Kid, haha, W take on Guru. I mean, it's like, bro, stop, like, you know, I know our culture's premiere. You know what I mean? But do your thing in the UK, homie. I noticed that a lot of foreign guys like to fucking act like they're Americans and shit like that. If you guys know Magic Bets on X as well, he likes to comment on like American politics. Like, bro, pipe down. Get the fuck out. Nobody asked you. You ain't even American. Now I'm going to get somebody in the chat being like, I'm from Australia and I pay attention to American politics. Shit. If you in my chat, I love you. What else was there? Oh yeah, Vergil Ortiz suing Oscar De La Hoya. So there's quite a few things going on with this right now. I mean, I think we should just start with Oscar and then work our way back almost. Actually, no, I got it up right here. Let's do the ESPN article first. All right, so shout out Andreas Hale. I always see homie in my fucking story views. Shout out to Andreas Hale. You fuck with me, I fuck with you, homie. Dale says, haha, I'm from Australia, but don't pay attention to American politics. Shout out to Jail. Shout out to Dale. Shout out to Dale. Okay, so here is the article. Vergil Ortiz Jr. suing Golden Boy Promotions, seeks to void contract. Vergil Ortiz Jr. is requesting the termination of his promotional contract with Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions and is suing for breach of contract and interference with prospective economic advantage after failed negotiations for a fight with Jaron Boots Ennis. The lawsuit was filed with a U.S. District Court in Nevada on Thursday and seeks to end the relationship with Golden Boy, Ortiz's promoter, since the beginning of his pro career in 2016. Ortiz is also seeking unspecified damages. We are aware of the lawsuit, Golden Boy said in a prepared statement. Unfortunately, Vergil is getting bad advice from his lawyer and manager who have repeatedly violated the contract. We will aggressively defend this lawsuit and enforce our rights. We are confident a judge will agree that our contract is valid and Vergil and his team are in breach. Ortiz is represented by Gregory M. Smith, the same attorney who represented Canelo Alvarez in his lawsuit against Golden Boy in 2020. That suit also alleged breach of contract regarding Alvarez's 11-fight, $365 million deal signed in 2018 with Golden Boy and broadcasting partner DAZN. Alvarez was released by Golden Boy later that year. Okay, so Ortiz has brought on a lawyer who has been successful in suing Golden Boy in the past through Canelo. Okay, if you guys, you know, in simple terms for you guys. Ortiz's 32-page lawsuit alleges that there were various breaches of the agreement by Golden Boy. Chief among them are claims that De La Hoya is a controversial and divisive figure in boxing and that his strained relationships with other promoters is the primary reason a deal for Ortiz to fight Ennis has yet to be finalized. Although Mr. De La Hoya had a legendary boxing career, he has a history of substance abuse and rocky relationships with other boxing promoters. The lawsuit reads, in recent years, he has unprofessionally attacked his peers and other boxing luminaries on social media platforms, including weekly Instagram video rants in which he often concludes by telling various boxers and promoters to fuck themselves. I mean, yeah, he does that. That's crazy that he's like suing him because he's a controversial figure in boxing. I mean, I think Vergil Ortiz might be ignoring a huge fucking aspect of the game here, which is promotion. And whether it's good or bad, De La Hoya brings promotion to these fights. he's working for his fighters by doing the shit that fucking he's getting sued for. You know? It's no different than like Dana White being a big controversial figure in MMA. You know what I mean? That's crazy that he's suing him for being a controversial and divisive figure in boxing. I mean, I guess. But I think, you know, there's more to this than meets the eye. Like I just said, I think Oscar is low-key promoting. I think even by Oscar talking shit and going at other promoters, he's bringing them up. He's bigging them up. Have you guys never heard of the concept of fake beefs to grow your name? Rappers do it all the time. Rappers fucking beef with each other all the time. It means nothing, but everyone talks about them in the tabloids. I'm just saying, I mean, like, controversial and divisive, I mean, you're basically suing De La Hoya for being one of the biggest names in boxing. It's kind of crazy. That's how I'm reading it. Recently, De La Hoya demanded on social media a 60-40 split in favor of Ortiz with Enos's promoter, Eddie Hearn. De La Hoya even suggested he was moving on after Hearn did not adhere to a deadline De La Hoya had set and would pursue other options for Ortiz. However, Ortiz's manager, Ricky Mirgan, fired back on social media and claimed there was a lack of communication with Golden Boy Promotions regarding negotiations. He ended the social media post by offering the fight to another promoter. Damn. So it's like De La Hoya's playing hardball with Eddie Hearn, and I can't tell yet. Either Ortiz is like really wanting the Boots fight and he doesn't want to play games, or Ortiz is low-key ducking Boots. I can't tell yet. Can anyone else tell? Is Ortiz ducking Boots? Or is he going after Oscar because he's like, bro, book the fucking fight? I honestly can't tell. De La Hoya took aim at Mirgan on social media and blamed him for the failed negotiations while telling him to get out of the way and accusing him of having an agenda. I respect Oscar and will never say negative things about him personally. Mirgan told ESPN, he's done a lot for boxing and fighters. We have a dispute and a third party will now decide. I'll always take his calls and I am here to talk. The childish insults and games are why the situation is what it is. The lawsuit also stated that Ortiz has the right to avoid his promotional contract with Golden Boy Promotions if the promotion's exclusive content partnership with DAZN ends. Golden Boy's deal with DAZN ended December 31st. Oh, so they found a loophole to get out of the contract. However, the lawsuit explains that Golden Boy is negotiating another deal with DAZN to provide content for 2026 and 2027. In May 2024, Ortiz and Golden Boy extended their promotional agreement for another 3 years. All right, so that's the update, and Oscar obviously clapped back at Vergil. What does WANGHAF mean, Miata boy? True Silence says taxes and lawsuits ass stream. I mean, low key, right? Low key. Come on, boys. We've been over it a million times. Glazing, it ain't even entertaining to watch. Toxic positivity. I mean, there's a time and a place, and I'll be more positive, right, when there's fights and stuff like that, and we can congratulate fighters and all that stuff. But come on, boys. We all like the drama. We all like the beef. That's why you all are here by now, okay? And shit, I love it too. So continuing with the lawsuit. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Like the stream, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Miata Boy keeps dropping in some type of fucking acronym that I couldn't even fucking figure out if I tried. I probably could figure it out, but I don't have the fucking, not right now. Oscar De La Hoya says, some people just can't handle the facts, but the truth always prevails, and it will. I mean, it sounds a lot like my situation with Nick Diaz right now. Here's Oscar clapping back.
Hey guys, we have a fight here in Palm Desert tonight, but I wanted to update you because you know I only speak the facts, which smokes the lies out and irritates others who are not telling the truth. So yesterday we sent a legal letter over to Vergil's manager, Rick Meridian, demanding he stops interfering with the Boots Vergil negotiations. And of course, this morning we wake up and here's a lawsuit from Vergil Ortiz claiming he wants out of his Golden Boy contract. I mean, this is the same Vergil who told Ring Magazine, 2 months ago that he couldn't be happier at Golden Boy. So what happened since then? Vergil's team hired a new attorney who is also Canelo's attorney. The same guy who sued to get Canelo out of his Golden Boy contract. Does that sound fishy to you? But this is all Rick Meridian's agenda. I was just trying to make more money for my fighter. A 60-40, I believe he deserves it. And that's the reason why you want out of your contract? It just proves your agenda, Rick. Look, Vergil and his father are really nice people who don't deserve to be in the middle of Rick's bullshit. Vergil just wants to fight and not deal with the drama. Because I know him. He's a fighter. Look, and if the Saudis want to buy the fight, trust me, they will buy it. I just finished making a deal with them for Ryan Garcia versus Barrios next month. Look, they don't choose their favorite promoter. They choose the best fights to put on. And look, it's unfortunate that anyone can file a lawsuit in America without basis or facts, simply for the optics. But that's what this is. And whoever's going to interfere with our existing contract with Vergil Ortiz, we will take aggressive action against you. He is not a free agent, and we will prove that. And by the way, if you hate clapback, you're likely the topic of the week, and you're the problem in boxing. Have a great day.
I mean, I think I'm going to give Oscar the dub there. I mean, how the fuck are you going to sue your promoter for trying to get you a 60-40 and negotiations coming to a halt? I mean, bro, negotiations are negotiations. Like, you know, they always say, whoever's willing to walk away is going to win the negotiation. Oscar was trying to fucking threaten to walk away so he could win the negotiation and get them 60-40. And then fucking Vergil's manager comes in here and says, nah. Let's get you out of this contract. Oscar's a bad guy. I mean, I wouldn't know who the fuck Vergil is if it wasn't for Oscar. I think Oscar's done a decent job promoting Vergil, if you ask me. Oscar always lets me know when Vergil's fighting. He talks about him very highly. Okay? I'm just telling you guys the truth. I'm going to go W Oscar here. Oh, damn. You guys couldn't even see it. That's crazy. That's crazy. You guys couldn't even see it. OMG, what happened to Vergil? Shout out to True Silence. Shout out to Lil Durk. My bad. You guys couldn't see it. Why don't we see what's popping on Nick Diaz's story, if he got anything going on his story? Oh, you know what? There was something else I wanted to show you. So you guys know how last night BBJ Ninja Recovery posted this photo? BBJ Ninja Recovery is the one with the clown over his face right now. That's Nick. That's Nate. BBJ Ninja Recovery posted a video of not a video, this photo. He posted this photo of him and Nick and Nate with the caption something like together we fall, or no, I forget what it was exactly. But he basically said no man gets left behind, right? And he said like together like we rise, like, you know, apart we fall, something like that. That's basically the premise of what he said. It might have been different words though, but essentially he's saying we're better together. When we're apart, we're falling, right? We're broken. When we're together, that's when we fucking rise. And he ended it by saying no man left behind, showing love to Nick, right? I reacted to this last night. I said, come home, Nick. Everybody fucking with you still, even though you're up to some fucking bullshit, right? Now Kayla immediately reposts the photo that BBJ Ninja Recovery posted and shuts down his positivity, which is crazy. She goes, "No, you don't, or you wouldn't have put all of his business out there for the world to see while he couldn't defend himself. Just stick with Nate and riding on his coattails and his crew and leave Nick alone. You don't care about him, or you would have been one of the close friends trying to plot on me behind the scenes, but you're too busy trying to ruin Nick's reputation, and it's upsetting to everyone involved. Live your own life and stop harassing Nick and I. Nick made his choice, and you aren't it." Now, Kayla keeps flexing that Nick made his choice and Nick married me and he chose me. He fucking married you to get his mom off his ass, girl. We all know it. We all know it. It wasn't because he fucking loves the shit out of you and he just couldn't wait to get married to you once he got out of rehab. That's not the case at all. Let's call a fucking spade a spade. He married you to get his mom off his fucking ass. Okay? That's why he married you. So stop flexing. Like, it ain't no flex. Like, you're making me say the fucking quiet part out loud because you're flexing it like it's some fucking genuine thing. Everyone sees through it. Everyone. Okay? And I got something else to say because I just got to add this in, right? I believe, you know what? If I was on some clout chasing shit, right? You would have seen me not speaking out the truth about Nick, right? And being definitive and telling you guys he does have a drug problem, right? I know it for 100% fact. In the past, he's done more than weed and alcohol, which is what led him into rehab. I've told you guys I know that shit for a fact. Now, if I was really clout chasing, don't you think I would have kept all that shit in hopes of getting this big interview with Nick? Don't you think I would have done that? Because that's essentially what Kayla's telling me. She's like, you could have been cool about everything and you could have came out here and done an interview with us in Las Vegas. And while that does sound cool and like a great opportunity, I put my morals over clout chasing. Okay? And I chose to speak the truth about Nick and let everyone know the truth out of the fucking kindness of my heart. Okay? And that shot myself in the foot by not being able to get an interview with Nick potentially, but I don't care. Right? Because the truth is the truth and what's right is right. Now, talking about this homie right here, right? BBJ Ninja Recovery, who's got his face covered right now. Kayla going off on him, saying, just stick with Nate. You know what I mean? You put his business out there for the world to see and couldn't defend himself. Why do you think he would do that? You think he just doesn't fuck with Nick? No, it's the same reason I'm putting it all out there. The truth needs to be heard. People need to know what kind of person Nick is choosing to surround himself with. Okay? So, just to give you some context about BBJ Ninja Recovery, Jose Garcia, word on the street is his loyalty has been more with Nick over the years. Nick is the one who discovered him, right? And brought him onto the team. He's always felt indebted to Nick because of that, right? When Nate would be doing his thing with them, Jose would choose to spend his time with Nick instead. Okay, let's say the team split up, right? And Nate was going somewhere with the homies and Nick was staying home. Guess who chose to stay with Nick? BBJ Ninja Recovery. So, I mean, you're talking about a guy who was a real, this is my point in saying that. You're talking about a guy who was a real friend to Nick. And he's out here posting stuff as well that he knows is going to piss off Nick. Right? But he's not on no clout chasing shit. He's not just trying to be around Nick. He cares about Nick. And unfortunately, what you're going to realize is the people who actually care about this situation, they get burned as the bad guys, me included. Now, I'm not burned by the bad guy as the bad guy by the public, but whoever cares for Nick and operates off of that basis, they get chalked up as the bad guy in Nick and Kayla's eyes. Okay, but just understand that, yeah, on paper it may seem messy that Jose's been posting this stuff, but it would have been much easier for Jose not to post it. It would have been much easier for Jose to act like everything is cool going on, just like Jake Shields is doing right now. Just like Jake Shields is doing right now. It would have been so much easier for everybody to do that, right? But I think it's pretty obvious. The people who care aren't doing that. And then obviously, you know, Nick and Kayla aren't fucking with it. But I'm just letting you guys know that full context. Like, it would have been easier for this guy to keep all this stuff in and just keep himself around Nick like fucking Martin Sano's doing, Jake Shields is doing. Keep the peace, be around you, use you up for all your resources, right? But that's not what homie's doing, and it actually shows that he cares for Nick. I'm just taking the time to explain that because this whole situation is so fucked up that everything is backwards. Everything is backwards, so I'm just trying to explain it to you how, like, what appears to be fucked up is actually loving gestures towards Nick. All right. What else did Kayla post? I'm a believer. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. I get angry. I mess up, but God's grace and love covers all my sins. I mean, Nick doesn't believe in God whatsoever. What's Nick up to, huh? Should we look at what Nick's up to? There's more too on the Vergil Ortiz thing. Give me a minute, though. We got the block from Nick. Damn, we got the block from Nick. It's crazy. Officially blocked by Nick. Yeah, officially blocked by Nick. Check that out. Officially blocked by Nick. See what I mean? It would have been easier for me to just keep all this stuff on the hush hush. I wouldn't have gotten blocked by Nick. Homie followed me. Homie followed me for like 3 days. And then I fucking got the block. This is Nick's new Instagram, by the way. Nick Diaz Live 1. That's what I've been told. It's Nick's new Instagram. So, you know, we got the block from Nick, so we can't peep his story right now. That's unfortunate. Isn't that unfortunate? All right. Since we can't peep Nick's fucking story, let's go back to Vergil Ortiz because they've posted some court documents. Okay, so Vergil Ortiz's contract with Golden Boy was included with the filing. So I guess we get to see how much he makes. For the Bochak bout, boxer shall receive a purse of $1,500,000. Damn, that's so much more than fucking UFC fighters. It's insane for Vergil to be making 1.5 milli. The Bochak bout shall be a 12-round bout at a maximum weight of 154 pounds for the WBC interim super welterweight title. Should boxer lose the Bochak bout, boxer's minimum purse during the term shall be $1 million. So $1 million to show, $1.5 million to win. But if boxer wins his first bout under his agreement, oh no. They're saying the next bout would be $1 million if he were to lose the Bochak bout. But if the boxer wins his first bout under his agreement, his minimum purse shall be $2 million regardless of his opponent. Interesting. So these guys sign these contracts with escalators or de-escalators. Meaning, okay, you know, he's signing for 1.5 million for this bout. If he wins, he gets $1 million in his next bout. If he wins, he gets $2 million in his next bout. If he loses, he gets $1 million in his next bout. That's kind of crazy. If boxer holds a major world title, his minimum purse will be $2,500,000 regardless of his opponent. If boxer participates in the main event of a pay-per-view card as the A side and defending his major world title, boxer will receive a minimum guarantee of $2,500,000 against no less than 75% of net event revenues received by promoter. Net event revenues shall mean all gross revenue received by promoter for the event, less all costs incurred in connection with the promotion of the event, including but not limited to undercard expenses, opponent's purse, travel, lodging, advertising, and promotional expenses, press tours, taxes, promoter sanctioning fees, and the like, but not including any portion of promoter's non-event related fixed overhead expenses. Boxer shall always be entitled to negotiate the guaranteed payment for any pay-per-view or non-pay-per-view event in good faith. Boxer's purses will be paid in full on the night of this fight. on the night of his fight, or at boxer's election by wire within 2 business days thereafter. Promoter shall provide boxer with an initial accounting of net bout revenue for any pay-per-view bout and pay any amounts due within 45 days of the fight. Thereafter, promoter shall provide boxer further accounting statements and payments to less quarterly beginning 60 days after the fight. Boxer shall have the right once per calendar year to perform an audit via third party and at boxer's own costs relative to net event revenue payments due to boxer under this agreement. Boxer shall provide promoter 5 business days notice of his intent to conduct any such audit, and any such audit shall be completed within 90 days of commencement. Boxer's audit rights shall survive this agreement. The promoter guarantees the boxer 2 bouts per year. Promoter will offer at least 3 opponents per bout at least 60 days before the proposed fight date. Wow, boxing treats the fighters so much better than the UFC. It's crazy. Sketty says, what was up with the black girl question in the Buckley interview? Weirdo shit. I mean, Sketty, I really don't give a fuck what you got to say, homie. Just point blank period. Like point blank period. I could give a fuck what you got to say, homie. Like I could give a fuck. I could give a fuck what this guy got to say, to be honest with you. Like, what I'm supposed to do? Explain it to this fucking bird brain? No, thank you, homie. I mean, if you didn't get it, you didn't get it. It's all good, homie. It's all good. I can't believe you came in here to let me know about that. That was like 3 weeks ago. That's hilarious, though. Miata Boy says, you didn't watch the video, did you? I know you didn't, because you wouldn't be asking that question if you did. We got an MMA Joey viewer in the chat. We got a bird brain. We got a half brain cell chat. Just dropped. Everyone check out the half brain cell in the chat. Sketty MMA. Mr. Half Brain Cell. What's the big deal, Sketty? What's the big deal? That offended you or something? Please tell me what's the big deal. I think you got more explaining to do than me. Why the fuck do you care? Why the fuck do you care? Actually, like, I don't even, like, shit, I got nothing to say to you. I don't even care why you care. Shit, I'm asking you why you care, and I don't even care what you got to say about that. So, I mean, I'm just trying to troll Sketty into fucking saying something else stupid. That's pretty much what I'm doing. I'll read this out. I'm sure he'll type another half brain cell chat in a second here. He's probably working on it. Probably taking him a minute. Moreover, your comments about the negotiations for a potential fight against Jaron Boots Ennis are wildly inaccurate. Golden Boy has offered Mr. Ortiz a guarantee of $3 million for that fight, $1 million more than the guarantee required by the agreement, along with potential pay-per-view upside. In response, Mr. Ortiz has demanded a $7 million guarantee, which is more than 3 times what is required under the agreement and twice as much as Mr. Ortiz has ever earned in his career. Damn. So Ortiz wants $7 million. It seems like he's pricing himself out of this negotiation. That demand is completely unreasonable given that neither Mr. Ortiz nor Mr. Ennis has ever proven the ability to carry a pay-per-view event. Manifestly, Mr. Ortiz is acting in bad faith and making wholly unreasonable demands. See what I mean? He's pricing himself out. $7 million? $7 million is crazy. We are Buck fans. Yeah, we're straight Buck fans. And what's funny, too, I love it when, like, some fucking bird brain gets offended by something, but the man I was speaking to himself could have given 2 fucks. Joaquin could have given 2 fucks. Okay, me and Joaquin will be doing content again. Okay, so, I mean, that's all I can really say. Joaquin didn't give a fuck. I don't know why Sketty cares. And I don't even care to find out why Sketty cares, to be honest with you, because I don't want to be inconvenienced with his fucking stupid ass opinion. MMA fighters make more money than 1 million, Miata Boy. You know I love you, homie, but you know that's just not true. I mean, it's like a weird, like by me saying it's not true, you're gonna be like, well, this fighter makes more than 1 million. But come on now, you know what I mean? A lot of champions don't even make 1 million. Like fucking Bilal Muhammad probably didn't make a milli for fighting JDM. Let's keep it a buck. Um. Okay, so I mean, let's hear some of this stuff that's going on. Dan Rafael, he's basically like one of the area Helwanis of boxing. Yeah, I mean, Sketty, where you at, home? You come in here, you say something fucking super, super like sensitive and beta male, and then you just got nothing else to say. I mean, it fits. It fits, homie. It fits you perfectly. Um, Dan Rafael says, most insane thing Oscar says in the video is Vergil's attorney who filed suit is new to Vergil. In fact, he's the same one Vergil has had for years and same one who papered the promotional agreement Vergil is terminating based on a very specific trigger that Golden Boy has no deal with Diaz in. Make it make sense. I mean, yeah, they found a loophole in the agreement. We all know that. Oscar's nonsensical videos calling out Eddie to negotiate with him were misdirection that made no sense. They and Dazin already had their end done. There was nothing to negotiate with Eddie. He had to close with Ortiz. That was the only issue. Oscar had tons of time to get it done and didn't. Okay, so, that's how it's going. Maybe Oscar, fucked up the fight, and that's why Vergil doesn't want to be in it anymore. Maybe Oscar was trying to get Vergil more money. There's always two sides to every story. Shit, you could pick your side. Now we got a new training montage of yeah, here it is. Vergil suing Golden Boy for declaratory relief, breach of contract, interference with prospective economic advantage. Perhaps no Ortiz-Ennis fight, but here we go with Ortiz Golden Boy. Ortiz sues for breach of contract, etc. Going to get ugly. I have a copy of the 32-page suit. Vergil has terminated his Golden Boy contract. Should make for interesting reading. Miata Boy says, out of every champ you bring up Bilal, I had to, homie, because come on, this is my thing, Miata Boy. It's like even Bilal as champion should be making a milli, right? I mean, I don't know what you think about that, Miata Boy, but you seem to be for the fighters. So like, I mean, champion, Bilal should be making a milli, right? That's why I brought him up, because it's like, yeah, I do think all champions should be making a milli, but a lot of them don't, Shit, you think maybe Joshua Van will make a milli for his next fight, but somehow I'm doubtful. That is funny, though, that I fucking chose Bilal. Catching strays left and right as usual. Dale J says, is Sketty going to be on the next pod? I missed that guy. He asked amazing questions. LOL. I know. And no, Sketty doesn't get an invite. I can already tell Sketty's IQ is like very low. All right, Sketty, I think I've been mean enough. I'm a cut back, but just don't come in here fucking hating, homie. Don't come in here hating. Sketty is what me and Bryce call gayed out. I completely agree, Miata Boy. Sketty, that's perfect. Honestly, that's absolutely perfect, Miata Boy. Sketty, don't ever come in here again and gay out the fucking chat. You understand me, homie? You understand me? Don't ever come in here and do that again. And shout out to all the gays worldwide. It ain't nothing against you. Okay, let's read this. Defendant Golden Boy Promotions LLC is a boxing promotion company headed by Olympic gold medalist and former world champion boxer Oscar De La Hoya. In a prior complaint filed in this district, GBP described itself as one of the most successful boxing promotional companies in the world. Golden Boy has been Ortiz's promoter since his professional debut in 2016. In May 2024, Ortiz and GBP executed a promotional rights agreement under which GBP was to promote Ortiz's bouts for 3 more years with minimum payments per fight exceeding $1 million. A true and correct copy is attached here too as Exhibit 1. We already looked over that. Notably, the PRA allowed Ortiz to terminate it if, for any reason, GBP's contract with its long-term broadcaster DAZN ended, which it did. But they're currently negotiating for a new deal, Golden Boy and DAZN. GBP broadcast contract with DAZN expired in December 31st, 2025 on January 20... Sorry. GBP broadcast contract with DAZN expired on December 31st, 2025. On January 8th, 2026, Ortiz timely exercised his right to terminate the PRA. On January 13th, 2026, GBP confirmed that its agreement with DAZN had concluded, but argued that because it was negotiating a new DAZN agreement, Ortiz could not terminate the PRA. There it goes. There it goes. Ortiz now seeks confirmation from the court by way of his claim for declaratory relief that the PRA has been terminated. Additionally, Ortiz seeks damages for various breaches of the PRA and GBP's interference with its prospective economic opportunities moving forward. All right, I think that's a fucking very elaborate breakdown of the situation at hand. And without further ado, what's this? Here's the full unedited audio clip, which shows the threat is merely legal and not physical. It also shows Mams Taylor attempting to have Aaron fight on numerous cards, including one in the UK, which he was not allowed to attend due to lack of child support payment issues and criminal history. The hell is going on here? I mean, I kind of doubt you guys care about Aaron the Plumber and Mams Taylor that much. I kind of doubt it. But let's just do it anyway. Aaron the Plumber says, CEO Mams Taylor threatening me on the phone because I didn't want to sign a contract that included a life insurance policy on me, and they wanted to be the beneficiaries as well. This is so funny. This is so funny that these contracts include a life insurance policy on the fighters. That's so funny. And what if I told you the UFC does this too? Shit, boys. Shit, boys. You don't know this shit anywhere else but right here. You don't know this shit anywhere else but right here. What if I told you the UFC takes out life insurance policies on the fighters too before their bouts? Tell a juicy story. Stop doom scrolling. Dale. I know. You guys love the juicy stories. I don't got them for you right now. That's why I'm kind of doom scrolling. But I'm telling you a juicy story now. I'm telling you, Dale, that the UFC takes out life insurance policies on the fighters before they sign that contract. Inside that contract is a life insurance policy on the fighters. Now, if anyone knows how life insurance policies work, point blank period, you take out a life insurance policy on someone, that means you get a bag if they die. Point blank period. That's what Aaron the Plumber's saying here. Misfits Boxing CEO Mams Taylor threatening me on the phone because I didn't want to sign a contract that included a life insurance policy on me. In other words, Mams Taylor gets a bag if Aaron the Plumber dies in the ring. And what if I told you the UFC does that shit to their fighters too? The contracts that the UFC fighters sign, they're signing off on a life insurance policy that the promotion has taken out on them. Yeah. That's juicy as fuck. You're not going to find that out anywhere else. That's juicy as fuck, boys. Okay, let's continue. But yeah, Aaron didn't want to sign it because they wanted to be the beneficiaries as well. That's what happens with it. When you take out a life insurance policy on someone, you're the beneficiary. People do this with their spouses, with their parents, right? You take out a life insurance policy on, you know, your parent who might be dying, and you know you're paying into it, but they're dying. You're going to get a check when they pass away. You know, life insurance, that's what life insurance is. When someone passes away who could be like you know, a breadwinner in the family, you take out a life insurance policy on them, and the life insurance essentially gives you, you know, a little bit of a portion of the income they would have been expected to make, so to speak. Let's react to the video. Okay. 1 second though. They tried to take a policy out on K-Mac too, and I saved him because he was going to sign it. See, they do it for everyone. He is upset I'm on brand risk and not wanting to do business with him anymore. I'm not difficult to work with. I'm not no dummy. Brand risk don't take life insurance policies out on you. So how is that standard practice? I told you it's standard practice, didn't I? I tried to return your 20K sign-on bonus, and you still are trying to coerce me into signing a janky contract. You tried to make me responsible for tickets you didn't sell and take it out of my bout money and wanted to control my social media presence, part 1 of 4. Last thing I'm going to say is this happens a lot with like these murders that you guys hear about, like these 2020s. Whenever you hear about like, oh, he killed him because he had a crazy life insurance policy, or like the wife killed the husband because he had a crazy life insurance policy, or you hear things like the wife took out a life insurance policy on the husband 3 months before he died. Those are indications that people are plotting, you know what I mean? Because life insurance policies are big bags. They're big fucking bags, depending on how much you make and shit like that and the status of your health. Obviously, if you're dying, it's not going to be as big of a bag. But if you're fully healthy, right, and you got a life insurance policy out on you right now, and you fucking die out of nowhere, shit, you getting a big ass fucking bag off of that. Let's play the video now.
Give a fuck. You don't give a fuck. It don't matter how good someone is to you, how well they treat you, how much respect. Now you go out there and do whatever you want to do, and you'll see what people are like. You know, I ain't no fucking punk or no pussy, so maybe you got it twisted and thought I could just take advantage and do what the fuck I like. But that's not me. And I don't use words like everybody talking shit and threatening and this and that. I just do actions. I don't do the words and make noise, rah-rah, all that rah-rah shit. That's not who I am. I don't take disrespect very kindly. And I gave you everything. Man, I've never worked that hard on someone's contract with a lawyer telling, just give him what he wants. Okay, but we can't do this one thing because that's setting a precedent for everything. We're allowed to take insurance. He doesn't want life insurance. We're not even taking insurance on the event, but we're allowed to take insurance in case a bomb scare comes and the event gets canceled or some shit happens. That's standard, man. You got to trust at some point. This dude has taken his time.
Aaron says, well, Mams Taylor, you should have left me alone. I wasn't going to say shit, but you kept lying. So the record is out now. Hopefully you don't follow through with your threats and go to prison because the police want to speak with you. I mean, what the fuck? How the fuck you get in prison out of that? Let's hear Mams Taylor, though. There's like a 7-minute clip. And then I got something good for you. It's not doom scrolling. I got something good for you.
Yeah, in 5 minutes.
That's so funny. HT says, any updates on your upstairs friend, Evelyn? So here's the update. Shout out to Eric, because Eric's the one who told me you should probably tell her that you like cover UFC and shit like that. So I did. Here's what I said. Well, first off, she texted me this morning and she said we slept like angels last night. So apparently they slept good. Apparently I kept my voice down for her. But here's what I said to her, because obviously she wants me to keep it down after 10 p.m. I told her, you know, I'll try my best to keep it down for you guys after 10 p.m. as much as possible, but I also work online and cover UFC events. So I might be noisy late on Saturday nights because it's my job to cover the fights. If you'd like to contact the leasing office for a sound evaluation, you are welcome to do that because like I said, some nights I might have to be loud, mostly weekends. I'm glad you slept well last night. I did my best to keep it down. And she hasn't responded yet. But that's the update on that. And let's watch this 7-minute clip. Although I'm kind of bored of this already.
Yo.
Alright, so what's going on, man? You gonna keep me in this contract and not let me fight nowhere else?
Well, I'm just gonna do what's right. I've done everything right by you, and I see your online threats. So if you go on a podcast and say shit that's inaccurate or a lie, not only will I expose it, but I will sue the shit out of you beyond anything you could imagine. Because I've done you nothing but right, and you've made false accusations about me. You listen to some bullshit from people talking all kinds of crazy stuff. And I'll be honest with you, bro, I was in your corner heavy. I invested time, energy, everything to get everything right for you. I really put on this event that we're putting on in Nashville because I wanted to make sure that you're happy. So now we're going to do the event anyway. It's cool. But you did not act appropriately or correct. You didn't come correct. No principles, man. And you'd say everyone's after you, but you fucked me.
I fucked you because you wouldn't take something out of a contract.
But we took it out of the contract, bro. Nobody's ever had a problem with it, and we still took it out. We took the words out. We crossed it out. Ain't no one trying to get life insurance on you. You are the most difficult person I ever dealt with on the whole roster, bro. That's crazy. And you're not even, by a long shot, you're not the biggest. There's people with much more to protect, much more money, much more fans, much more views. I just saw the star quality. I took you on. I was there like a big brother whenever you needed anything, you needed to talk, you needed advice. Honestly, like nothing surprises me in this world. But honestly, like, that shit was foul, man. I was just like, man, I really thought deep down you're a good dude, but you don't give a fuck. You don't give a fuck. It don't matter how good someone is to you, how well they treat you, how much respect. Now you go out there and do whatever you want to do, and you'll see. You'll see what people are like. You know, I ain't no fucking punk or no pussy, so maybe you got it twisted and thought I could just take advantage and do what the fuck I like. But that's not me. And I don't use words like everybody talking shit and threatening and this and that. I just do actions. I don't do the words and make noise, rah-rah, all that rah-rah shit. That's not who I am. I don't take disrespect very kindly. And I gave you everything. Man, I've never worked that hard on someone's contract with a lawyer telling, just give him what he wants. Okay, but we can't do this one thing because that's setting a precedent for everything. We're allowed to take insurance. He doesn't want life insurance. We're not even taking insurance on the event, but we're allowed to take insurance in case a bomb scare comes and the event gets canceled or some shit happens. That's standard, man. You got to trust at some point. This dude has taken his time. He's paying me way more than anyone else. And he's trying to do good by me, and he's given me advice. He's spent time with his team trying to get my Facebook shit done. That shit's not my fault. That they think that you've done something seriously wrong. So whatever it was, I gave you very genuine and sincere energy and tried to do everything right by you. So what would you do if a motherfucker just did that to you and said, "Oh, fuck your shit, I ain't fighting," you know?
If I'm difficult, then why not take your money and be done with me?
Well, send the money. Let me know when you're sending it.
Okay, so we're going to sign the contract. I'm going to send the money, and you're going to release me, right?
Let me speak to the team and see what's up, what the right play is here.
Because you kept me on the shelf since we've been since April.
No, you didn't tell me you can't come to the UK. I had you on that show. and then I put you on the very next show. There's nothing you can say or do. There's no evidence you have that shows that you're in the right. You know why? Because you're in the wrong. You are in the wrong. If you look in the mirror and say, yo, you know what? Let me be honest. This dude was a good dude to me. He tried to do everything right by me. And then he tried to put me on the show in the UK. And then I'm like, oh shit, I can't make it to the UK. I tried to get the lawyers to see what they could do. You got outstanding issues. It's not even the criminal record. It's the paternity shit or whatever it is. So I'm not psychic, bro. I don't know that you can't come to the UK. I booked you on that show. I booked you on the Qatar show next year. I've got you. I lined up a bunch of fights for you and everything. Every show I had that was gonna be significant. The Dubai thing, I just wasn't sure because you changed your mind and said Wade. I don't think you were confident in fighting Wade, but you were starting to be. So like, honestly, I treated you like a priority, and then you just turn your back and say, nah, fuck it, you know? So it'll be a good gesture. Send the 20 grand back. Let me think about the right way to go about things. I'm not someone who bears grudges. If you try and do what's right, I ain't trying to fuck your life up. As long as you don't step out of line with me, I ain't trying to do nothing any more than you have. I'm a very clear-cut person. I'm black and white. I don't try and do sneaky shit. I never tried to fuck you over. There was nothing wrong with your contract. You'd have never, ever complained about anything if you went through with the experience. You're the one who's going to look back and say, man, I fucking burned a bridge for nothing. I got hundreds of fighters. And it's a shame, I'll be honest, because I really saw vision for you. And I like that you were committed to boxing and everything, bro. You really done fucked up for no reason. No reason. But go listen to your buddy Charleston White and whoever the fuck else and do your thing.
All right, well, we let me know.
You let me know. Send me the money and we'll go from there.
Yep.
All right.
Send me your information.
All right, I'll get that to you tomorrow. I'll send it to the Wasserman account.
All
right, bet.
Aaron the Plumber is so fucking unbothered. So fucking unbothered with everything. Homie like says this big elaborate thing to him, and then Aaron the Plumber's like, so you gonna send me the money or what? It's too funny. Shout out to Aaron the Plumber. All right, I got one other topic for you boys. I do got one other topic for you. Aiden Ross did a press conference, you know, for the upcoming Brand Risk event. Obviously featured on it was Nick and Jason, or sorry, Adam22 and Jason Luv. What is poppin', Jew? Good to see you, homie. Good to see you in the chat, homie. Shit, I was hoping we would get Kayla and Nick on the stream tonight, homie. That was my goal in putting "They Are Ducking" in the thumbnail, Jew. But shit, they still ducking, homie. They still ducking. Why so scary? Why so scary to come on here and tell your side of the truth? Could you be lying? Could you be up to no good? You know what I was also going to say before we get started here? Because we got War Spawn MMA saying, these brothers are my favorite fighters and at first made me actually entertain with the sport. They're my favorite fighters too. War Spawn adding, Nick needs to take care of his taxes, take a boxing fight against a influencer like Tony Ferguson, then retire ASAP. He's done a lot for the sport. All facts, War Spawn. You know what? You know, you guys ever watch these cult documentaries? What if Kayla is some type of like cult leader, bro, and she got Nick and Martin Sano brainwashed to be with her? You know, what if that was the case? What if Kayla was a fucking cult leader who's directing Martin Sano and Nick and making them go against, you know, their own core values? Because the first step in a cult, based off some of the documentaries I watched, there's two things, right? Number one, the cult leader is always fucking multiple people. Number two, The cult leader separates you from your family because your family is always going to stay 10 toes down with you. They're always going to fucking keep it a buck with you. So it's a priority number one for the cult leader to separate you from your family, then get you to accept, you know, having multiple sexual partners with the cult leader. That's usually how it starts out. And usually there's love involved in these cults too. So that's what I'm going to say. Miata Boy says, Jacob, I got something for you to react to. Is it this Nick Shirley thing that you told me about? I'm not even sure who Nick Shirley is. We could potentially check it out, Miata Boy.
I can't hear you.
But that's what I had to say about Nick real quick and the whole love cult triangle thing. I mean, come on, guys. Is it not fishy? Is it not fishy? Ignoring your family, letting your girl get cracked by both of you. I mean, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Dale J says, LOL, you're giving too much power to that chick. He's a grown man and has made those decisions. Fair enough, Dale J. Fair enough. I'd like to see what everybody else has to think about that idea of a cult. Kayla being a cult leader. All right. Here's the little press conference with Nick. Or sorry, I keep saying Nick. Adam22 and Jason Luv.
I hear you guys. I don't know why. Jason, talk.
You can hear me?
I hear you, Jason. Adam, your mic's muted. Adam, it might be in your if you go to Discord and you hit the God, yo, bro, Jason, your is huge. Holy. Sorry, bro. It's staring at me for God's sake. Adam, go to Discord settings, the little setting here, go to output and input.
For the record, that's why I moved my camera to the left, because I knew Aiden was going to say that to Jason Luv. And whoever looked down when Aiden said that, shit, boys. Come on now. Come on now. Eyes on the prize now. Don't be looking at Jason Luv's junk now. Miata says, someone tell Jason to put some pants on and a shirt on. What the fuck? He's gayed out. Oh, yeah, he's kind of gayed out. He's kind of gayed out right there. Space Kid says you reacted to the Strickland repost. I mean, I listened to the Strickland repost where he said, what's up to Nick Diaz? Space Kid, is that the one you're talking about? The fuck are we watching? LOL. Dale, just trust me. Just trust me. It's not peak entertainment by any means, but we must listen to the Adam22, Jason Luv press conference before their boxing match on January 23rd, the day before UFC 324. Okay. Miata Boy says Aiden is gayed out and Jacob is gayed out. What the fuck is this? All right. With that being said, let's continue.
And make sure the input's on that mic you're using. Jason, how's life?
Good, bro. It's getting no complaints. This training is exhausting, but other than that, it's fire.
That's
You
good.
can't hear me still?
We can hear you. We hear you, Adam.
Oh, okay, cool.
Adam, how are you, bro?
I'm good, man. Been going hard in the gym, just like Jason was saying.
Yeah. Well, guys, you guys are the main event for Ramos number 12 in Miami. Very happy to make this happen. Adam, this is your debut fighting, right? This is the first time you ever fought boxing?
Facts.
Okay. Jason, you too?
Yep. Facts, baby.
Okay. All right. Well, Jason, we'll first start with you. Describe your outfit. The hat, the print, all that. What's going on over here?
All right. So the print is genetic. You can't do nothing about that. It's actually soft. And then the hat is just the black, the baby all day. And just got some little night shorts.
Yeah.
Because we're doing this shit at midnight.
Yeah. Oh, Jason, where you live in Florida, right?
Yeah, in Miami.
Nice. Okay, cool. Adam, talk to you about your fit. Oh, you got a rainbow hoodie on. That's what's up.
You feel me?
Yes, sir. All right, Adam, first fight, nervous, excited. Tell me how you feeling, bro.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. I feel like this is going to be real big for the male star community. You know, we're both representatives of that, and I feel like we don't get a lot of chances to shine out there publicly, and especially, the white male stars. We're really an oppressed group, so I'm pretty excited. I feel like, we're gonna put on a show for the people for sure.
Yes, sir. Jason, first time fighting. You tell me, man. Why did you take this fight, Jason? For one, actually, Adam, I'm going to answer that as well. You come with your answer, Adam. But Jason, why did you take this fight? And talk to you about why you're boxing.
I love the sport of boxing, and to finally be able to do it, add that to the bucket list, and go with it. So I've been training real hard so I can put on a good show.
Yes, sir.
Look bad.
Yes, sir. And Adam, why did you take this fight?
Chat, I believe that I actually did Aiden Ross's first interview. I've been a fan of you for a long time. So when I got sent an email or a text message basically saying like, hey, would you like to fight any four of these people? Jason Luv actually seemed like the best bet. So I said, you know what? Even though we only got like 2-3 weeks to train, I think I'm ready. I think it's time.
Can't wait. So let me ask you guys a question over here. Obviously, I'm going to have the chat and ask me questions. I'll be as respectful as possible to both ends here. You guys definitely have history, right?
Somewhat, yeah.
A little overlap.
A little overlap. And what exactly is the overlap for those that don't know?
So we've probably had sex with many dozen of the same women, but just one of them happens to be my wife. And Jason was actually the guy, like, that says a lot. Then when me and my wife were going through every possible male star that she could shoot with, this guy came up number one on the list for a variety of factors. Biggest following on social media, biggest unit, as you can kind of see, it's sort of on display right now.
Don't look.
And just felt like he was overall the guy for the job. And obviously we made history. It was probably the biggest moment for the cuck community out there,
So, okay. And Jason, go through the overlap sex of his wife. How did that happen? You got the opportunity. Why'd you say yes? Talk me through it. Talk through the process. Go crazy.
Well, the process when she hit me up to do a scene, I was like, yeah, it's cool. I asked Adam or whatever. She asked me if it was cool or whatever. So I said, all right, let's make some magic then. And then the online hype hit, and then the rest of that shit.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And Adam, where are you right out with that? You don't really care. You're not going to be putting that hatred or aggression toward your fight, are you?
I mean, truthfully, I'm not angry at Jason in any real way. If anything, that whole experience was like one of the most viral things, probably the most viral thing I've ever been involved in. Everything went great. Realistically, we made generational wealth off of that big black cock of his. And as a result, I don't really feel anger towards him, but I'm kind of trying to summon some anger, because when we get to the, second, third round, I feel like I'm going to need that little extra to really fire me up,
Yeah. So wait, really, really quickly, I want to know, Adam, when Jason, had sex with your wife, how much money did you guys make? It's ballpark, 6, 7, 8 figures, 10 million plus, 1 million plus, just a ballpark. Curious.
Man, my wife is in the other room watching right now, and she would literally beat the shit out of me if I were to divulge specific numbers. But I will say that, like, around that time, I think that she had felt like a little stagnant in her OnlyFans career. Like, she was one of the first OnlyFans girls to really blow up, and she's always made like a very, very impressive amount of money on there. But that really took everything to a totally different level.
Got it. Well, my chat's spamming for you to bring her in. Do you want to bring her in? And
I mean, she's watching in the other room. She could come through if she wants to. I don't know if she's interested right now. She's kind of checked out for the night, I'm pretty sure. She just texted me and said, yeah, she wants, I don't know. She said, he wants me to go in person, but we will call you on Zoom. My life.
Wait, what?
Like FML?
No, I know, but wait, what does that mean? Wait, she's not coming to your fight?
No, she's coming to that, but she's just like, I think that she's like, just got out the stream. She might not want to come on stream right now.
Got it. All good. Yeah, up to her, of course. Totally understand why. Jason, do you have, like, is that like generally, like, dude, you're
bro, what are you talking about?
Bro, let me explain. Is that like the soft? There's two types of soft. There's the shriveled up version of the soft when you come out of like the cold of the shower, or there's just like a soft when you're normally chilling. Is that your shriveled cock or your small cock?
That's how it always is until I put blood in it.
Got it. Okay. Chat, you guys go ahead and ask some questions here for that.
Bro, until I put blood in it is diabolical, bro. Get the fuck out of here, Jason Luv. Until I put blood in it. And also get the fuck out of here, Aiden Ross. I mean, homie's distracted by his fucking BBC is crazy. Keeps bringing it up.
This is the main event. I'm very excited to see this. I hope there's no true ill or resentment here. You guys seem like very good guys. And Adam, how long were you and Lena? Sorry, how long were you and Lena been married for?
We've been married like 3 years, but we've been together close to 10 years.
Yeah. So okay, Chad, that's what I'm saying. They've been together for 10 years. If he allowed Lena with permission to have sex with somebody else for money, I mean, you it's better than her going around and cheating, right? Like it's like,
Yeah, I mean, I feel like
Chad, would
the
you guys ever
reason
let your
why
wife do
we
that or
were
no?
even able to embark on this sort of thing where she did content with other guys is really just because we have had such a trusting relationship for the entirety of our relationship, to the point where I felt comfortable opening our relationship up to such an extreme, insane thing that the average person out there can't really wrap their head around. Like Jason could tell you, that in our world, in the adult world, we all know a million girls that are happily married and then they go shoot and then they go back to their husband. It's not anywhere near as out of the ordinary to us as it is to the outside world. That being said, I totally understand why everybody else is freaked out by it. Yeah.
Right.
Just a day at the office and it's safe.
Yeah, of course. I completely understand that. And okay. So look, I'll ask a question about the fight. Look, the episodes came out. We saw Adam. We saw you punching some punching bags. Jason, we saw you punch some punching bags. Look, I gotta know, Adam, are you confident enough? This is your first fight. You're going against Jason. Jason and Adam, I'm not judging you guys shit because my form's but you guys both look like you have not a lot of boxing experience. So, and what I think is going to happen here, I think stamina you guys both have, though. Stamina you both have for sure, right? Being a porn star, you have stamina. Right?
I mean, people
different kind of stamina.
Yeah, people say that a lot, but I mean, it is not that grueling to do, to be honest. Like, you are kind of just wagging your hips back and forth for like a half hour, maybe like an hour would be like a really long scene. So
right.
It takes a lot of stamina in the sense that like the average person's just not going to be able to keep up for that long.
Ask questions.
I don't really think that porn has prepared me for boxing in any meaningful way, to be totally real.
Okay.
I mean, I have a physical style, so it kind of prepared me a little bit because I do all these aerial moves and shit. But throwing those punches with them gloves on that shit hit way different. I tell you that much.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
And not being able to use your hands, it drives me mental.
Right.
Yeah.
You boys are funny as fuck, but hey, it's fight week. These guys are fighting on Friday. It's fight week. We listening to the press conference before their fight on Friday. I think we should be listening to it. I know it's getting diddy because of Aiden and shit like that. I mean, Aiden's the one making this shit diddy. And fucking, homie in his outfit over there in the corner. But, we got to listen to it. We got to listen to the beef before the fight.
All right, I'm going to ask a question from the chat now. Would you be willing to bet Lena on this fight? If you lose, you let Jason have another tape with Lena. Hold on a second. Like a part 2.
I kind of feel like the Jason and Lena era is over at this point. I think, she's got a new scene dropping with Girthmaster. I think I wasn't supposed to say that. Fuck.
Wait, another guy?
She's going to be mad as I'm literally about to get an angry text right now. But yeah, I mean, she's been working with a few other male talents. I don't know that her and Jason are necessarily going to reconnect in that way, but honestly, anything is possible, but at least for the duration of this fight, that's definitely not something that I'm trying to think about. I think that would actually take me off my game, if anything.
Adam, what did Lena think about you taking this fight? I feel like it's like reopening some type of you're reopening a sealed box. What did Lena what did she think about you taking this fight?
Honestly, she's she's a worrying style person. So I think that as soon as she heard about it, she was like, oh my God, what if you get knocked out? I'm like, I'm not getting knocked out. What are you talking about? I mean, you know, she's worried about it, or she was worried about it at first, but I think now that she's had time to see me in action and watch me actually get out there and train and everything, I think she's seeing how serious I'm taking it, and I think that her concerns have been soothed a little bit.
Got it. Jason, does your girth give you an advantage to fighting, you think?
I would like to think so. I mean, you know,
I would like to think so.
Whenever we tie up, there's a big posture to handle, so you know it will exhaust a little bit more, but probably won't get to none of that. I'll try to end it for you.
Well,
I might grab it.
Well, listen,
I'll try to end it a little quicker
crazy.
so I can save us both some energy.
Wait, real quick, Adam, do you think that Jason can knock you out with his cock?
A free shot, yeah.
If he was
Aiden's fucking retarded, like, bro. We don't need you to ask this stupid ass shit. We honestly don't need you to ask these two stupid ass questions. It's not even that funny. It's like not even that funny at all.
able to like really get like a windmill style thing going.
By the way,
like,
you guys are typing these questions.
Circle.
Give me questions,
I think maybe
bro.
he could work up enough
What are your
momentum
questions? I'm reading it
to
from
do
you.
that. Luckily, we're going to be wearing groin guards and shorts, and I don't know that that's going to be
Those are my
a
questions,
realistic
dumb fucks.
possibility.
Gotcha. All right, let's take some.
Bro, talking over Adam while he's trying to answer the question is one of the most annoying things ever. They need to find Jesus. They do. What the fuck is this gay shit? I know. It's turning super diddy. I'm not even going to lie to you guys.
Last question in this chat. Let's see. Oh, have you guys had any sparring sessions yet? At all in the gyms? You've been training?
I did my first one today.
Oh, how was it?
The last 3 days.
Nice, Jason. Nice. How was your guys' sparring sessions? Good, bad? Chat,
it
what
is a
else?
lot. It is. I think it's a lot more intense. I just watched that Chase and Andrew Tate fight, and I was thinking like, wow, like this is pathetic. They're both so out of breath, etc. And then I sparred today, and I was like, wow, I am never going to judge anyone for gassing out in a fight ever again because that is intense.
Right.
Crazy intense. And just, I had kind of like put my arms down. I had to take a few shots to the face so I can get used to it, just in case Adam slips one or two in there before I put him on the mat. So I had to get that feel down. But that shit was tiring though.
Right. I get that. Let's talk about the brand risk.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we don't end up, fighting underwater by the end of it. Hopefully, somebody can, deliver a decisive blow.
Yeah, literally. Okay. Let's look at these odds real quick.
Aiden's not here. I don't know. Is he here?
I was muted. Sorry, Adam. You're
okay.
Adam. You're a 3x. You're an underdog. Jason, you're the favorite. My bad. I just had your multi. But Adam, yeah, you are a 3x. So you bet 1,000, and you make 3,000 for those that are gonna put some action on you. Yeah. So, you're a heavy underdog. How do you feel about it?
Honestly, I think that they're tripping, and I would advise everybody in your chat, this is not financial advice, but I would advise them to take out a second mortgage on their home and put their money on me, because I think that I'm going to shock the world, much like my boy Chase did when he went in there against Andrew Tate. I think I'm going to flip this fight on its head, and everybody's going to walk away thinking, holy shit, we misjudged you, Adam22, and nobody will ever be able to call me a cuck again.
And all right, okay, Jason, go ahead.
Y'all do not pour that mortgage out and put it on Adam. I don't want to see nobody lose their house. Y'all don't do it. Just put it over here. As cool and calm and collected as I can say it, don't waste your money. Put it over here.
Yes, sir. Okay. Well, do you guys have any last words before we see you guys in Miami?
Yeah, I just want to send a shout out to my boy K-Mac the Great. I am going to be logging into RainBet momentarily.
All right, we don't give a fuck about your RainBet promo. All right. By the way, the poll on is Nick still sober? 56% say no, 44% say yes. Now you see both guys here. Jason Luv showing a little bit more of the body than we'd like to see, to be honest. But, who you picking? Adam22 or Jason Luv? Jason coming in with the stature, Adam22 coming in with the heart. Okay? Because that dude right there on the right, basically naked, fucked his wife. So we got the big stature versus the heart. Who you got? Jason Luv come this Friday, January 23rd, or Adam22? Everybody commenting on shit, but let me just get caught up on a few chats here. Space Kid says the photo with him photoshopped as an ice against Fluffy, talking about Strickland. I got you. If you can't laugh at this, you're a cunt. Go away. I mean, this is a good one for sure. This is a good one. It's an ongoing joke. You know, anytime there's a Mexican, they're saying call ICE. I mean, it's too good. It's too good. Sean Strickland's a white guy. It's too good. I love it. I love it. If anyone gets offended by this, shit. Quit being soft, homie. That's what I'm going to say. Quit being soft. If you can't laugh at this, you're a cunt. Go away. I completely agree with Sean Strickland. The irony in this, too, that he's coming back from suspension for decking a police officer, and now he is a police officer, a police ICE officer. The irony is hilarious. HT, aka Weird One, says if Nick's gonna take any kind of fight, Andrew Tate will be the perfect opponent. Honestly, HT, yeah, why not? Why not Andrew Tate versus Nick? That would be perfect. Easy lick, you know, not too much brain damage from that. Lots of money. I don't see why not. Misfits would gladly do Nick Diaz versus Andrew Tate. HT. That could happen, homie. That's a very viable matchup. As long as Nick isn't signed to the UFC still, that's a very viable matchup. Miata Boy says Jason versus Bryce Mitchell make the fight. Pro MMA rules. Shit. Bryce Mitchell destroying Jason Luv. Dale J says I think we've crossed that line. LOL. Miata Boy says this is borderline gay. Juice says Aiden want to suck the BBC. Jew, that's the gayest shit I've ever read in my life. Not gonna lie. What the fuck is this gay shit? All right. Stream should be called Gayed Out. No cap. Diddy Castro stream tonight. Oh my goodness gracious, boys. You guys are funny. Franklin saying he bet on the Ducks. Last second, thought Love looked bad, very slow. I mean, shit, shout out to the Ducks. Anaheim Ducks, right, Franklin? If you're talking about fucking hockey. Bro, what the fuck wrong with you? LOL. War Spawn. Ain't nothing wrong with me, homie. Ain't nothing wrong with me. Ain't nothing wrong with me, homie. Shit. Ain't nothing wrong with me. Ain't nothing wrong with me, homie. Nick would humiliate Tate far worse than Chase did Eric and HT. I love that fight. I actually love it. I could see it now. I could see the press conference now. Nick versus Nate, it's perfect. Or sorry, Nick versus Andrew Tate, it's perfect for both guys. Miata Boy says, I seen that ICE officers are making like $200K a year. I might join that. I mean, damn, $200K a year sounds nice to me, Miata Boy. That sounds real nice to me. Well, shit, boys. Heard from Jake Shields yet, says Dale. No, I'm probably not going to hear from Jake Shields if I'm being honest with you. Jake Shields don't want the smoke. He knows he's wrong. He knows he's in the wrong. Point blank, period. Space Kiss says, I seen someone say they seen it on Indeed to apply. That's wild. You can apply to be an ICE officer on Indeed. Shit, I might work there for like a month or two, then call it a day. Get a quick little bag, a little 2-month bag. $200K a year divided by 12. Damn, $16K a month, huh? Shit, I'll take $16K a month. I'll work there for 2 months. Get $32K. Call it a day. I'll be chilling off that $32K. Just let me work there for 2 months. Dale says, got info on what it was like for Nick in rehab. I mean, yeah, I could tell you guys. Then call it a day, LMFAO. Yeah, straight call it a day. I mean, the story I've been hearing about Nick in rehab. Tuxedo Mask, $2 dono. Thank you, homie. Much appreciated. You get $10 per scalp. Drew's like, I'm applying for real. I mean, shit. Couple months as an ICE officer wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. If ICE is paying $200K a year, Taco better hide. Damn, my boy Taco. Info about Nick, what it was like for Nick in rehab. I hear that Nick was very uncooperative. I'll give you guys kind of like the quick little breakdown. Nick was very uncooperative. Rehab was only supposed to be for a few months, but Nick was so uncooperative with the system. He, it got stretched out to a year. Now, word on the street, Nick was also like causing a bunch of damage in there, like breaking shit. So he was just very non-compliant. You know, he doesn't believe in God or religion whatsoever. That stuff basically repulses him. And so, you know, that's why he could never get on with the program, because it's all based off a 12-step program. This is what Nick told me himself. It's all based off a 12-step program. And, 12 steps is religious. 12 steps is religious. So, you lose them at hello with the 12-step program. You feel me? The second they spew out their first principle, Nick's like, oh God, these are some Jesus freaks. And Nick just like, it repulses him. So that's why Nick like delayed it for so long, because he just didn't cooperate with the rehabs at all. I mean, that's bottom line. Dale J saying, did he get in any fights? I mean, I heard he might have gotten physical with some of the workers there. Yeah. I heard he might have got physical with some of the workers there. I did hear that. I also heard, the way he got out was basically the woman there who owns the place, she got a boyfriend, right? They think that low-key, Nick was first off flirting with the owner, the woman, as, a way to get to the boyfriend. And essentially the boyfriend was a fan of Nick's, convinced the owner to sign off on his early release, even though he wasn't ready for it. I mean, that's kind of what I was told. Now I'm kind of picking for information to give you guys, like drawing it out of a hat right now. It's not the most juicy info. So, I mean, forgive me if it's not that great of a story. But yeah, I mean, allegedly the way he got out was like the owner's boyfriend was buddy with him. And like, Nick takes advantage of people who are fans of him, essentially. So like homie was a fan of him, and Nick exploited that, and he got him to help him out and got him to, allow his mom to sign off on his release to a sober living instead of being locked up in rehab still, even though Nick didn't really ever finish the program. But I don't want to just keep gossiping about Nick for no reason. You feel me? Like, I didn't mind answering Dale's question, but I don't want to be just like forcibly gossiping about Nick. I'm trying to just give you guys the real info that we need to know. You know what I mean? And it's a fair question asking what he was like in rehab. So that's why I didn't mind answering it. But yeah, that's the story about rehab. He wasn't that cooperative. He always hated it. It never really like got him to the point they wanted to get him to. Although he was sober the entire time. He didn't relapse once in rehab. He was sober the entire time. He was doing better up until Kayla came back in the picture. So you guys already know it. Dale says, I think Nick won't drink another milkshake. That's facts, Dale. That's facts. Tuxedo Mask, thank you again for the $2 dono, homie. AA is a psyop. Shout out to Tuxedo Mask. It's worked for some people, but shit, if you don't believe in it, it ain't going to work for you. HT says, I don't think Tate will accept against Nick. Tristan will remind him how embarrassing he looked against Chase. Yeah, but maybe Tate will see the current status Nick is in, and he'll see a chink in his armor and try to exploit it. Maybe. HT, maybe. Hopefully. I would love for fucking Andrew Tate to convince himself to take that fight. Space Kid, poor Nick. Meow Boy says Nick needs to lock in. Facts. Dale, Randy Marsh, love the 12-step program. Shout out to Randy Marsh. Randy Marsh is from South Park. Am I... not mistaken? Mr. Randy Marsh. Dale says, I mean, it worked for Steve-O. Yeah. Yeah. So it works for some people it doesn't, but yeah. Tuxedo says it doesn't. Shout out Tuxedo. All right, boys. I'm going to be back on stream tomorrow, so don't even trip. I'm going to be back on here tomorrow. But, you know, that's pretty much the news for the day. You feel me? Pretty much the news for the day. Tuxedo says it doesn't work 99% of the time. I don't know enough people in that to even, like, be able to have an opinion on it. You feel me? I don't know enough people in rehab to be able to form an opinion on, like, what AA does for you or doesn't. But, shit, shout out to Tuxedo. My man Tuxedo. Back in the chat. Back with the donos. Much love to my homie. I'll be back on tomorrow, boys. You know, look at champ rounds real quick before you guys think, oh, Castro's dipping early. There wasn't much news, boys. You know, once again, I brought you the juiciest headline I could give you. So, but yeah, there wasn't much news today. We got George Masvidal teasing news, but no real official announcement. We got Poirier saying his wife told him not to stand and bang with Max Holloway. I mean, who gives a fuck? Dana White appearing in a new boxing promo. We could watch it.
Sport in human history. There's only one way to find out. There's only...
If you're not looking at the screen, look at the screen now. I mean, why the fuck does Dana think that smirk is, like, appealing by any means? That's one of the wildest smirks I've ever seen.
One way to find out.
So Tuxedo's saying
if there's someone who can take...
He does have experience in AA. He was in it. Okay, Tuxedo, I got you. I got you, homie. You sober, Tuxedo, or what's the deal with that? Or how did you find your sobriety without AA? Maybe you can give a suggestion to Nick. Eric says they need to send Nick wherever Mayhem went. I think Mayhem went to fucking jail, Eric. Mayhem said he would help Nick out. Nick has too much pride, though. Mayhem has reached out. Yeah, Mayhem has reached out to Nick. But it's all about everybody's individual timing, right? Like Mayhem, it was time for him. He wanted to get better. He wanted to get sober. He did, right? And until Nick wants to get better and wants to get sober, he won't. He won't until he wants to. Everybody could fucking beg him and, you know, all this stuff. You know, that's how the game goes with this shit, with addiction. Unless you're ready for it, no one could ever really convince you otherwise. I think some of you guys in the chat know I got a brother who deals with addiction. You know what I mean? He's in sober living right now as we speak. My man is like fucking 30 something and got a motherfucking curfew at like 10 p.m. Okay, when we go to family dinners, he got to dip early and get fucking dropped off back over at the sober living house. He don't even drive. Okay? So I know people like this firsthand. I used to fucking have heart-to-hearts with my brother, and he used to always, this is what I used to pick up from my brother. He used to always be like, yeah, okay. And I'd be like, okay, I got through to him. Boom, we're good. Let's have a good rest of the night then. And then I realized he was just saying, yeah, okay, agreeing, just to shut my ass up. He was never going to do it, and he never did it. You feel me? So it's like, that's why I always say, like, you could tell them as much as you want. Until they want to get sober, they're not going to get sober. It's the saddest thing about it. Tuxedo Mask says, I'm not sober, but the drugs that were killing me just aren't really available anymore. Damn, Tuxedo, what the fuck were you on, homie, if you don't mind sharing? You don't got to share that, Tuxedo. It's all good, homie. It's all good. But I thought you got like I thought you're like a lawyer or something like that. So like you got to lock in at times, right? You can't be a lawyer and all drugged out. So you must be on your shit to some degree. At least controlling it, maybe. In control of it now. You know, I used to not be in control of my kush habits. Now I'm in control of it. You feel me? So maybe you're more in control. I don't know, Tuxedo Mask. I'm just speculating. But no advice on how to get better, huh, Tuxedo? No advice on how to get better without AA for Nick. If you got it, drop it. Space Kid with the heartbroken emojis. It's very sad, bro. It sucks, man. It sucks. It sucks. It's an even worse story. Like my stepbrother, he got a really sad story. Like, but he does fucked up shit. I'm gonna share it with the chat just because. But it's like, he stays with his sister. His sister wants to help him, right? And then he's paying rent at first, and then he stops paying rent. His sister wants to help him out. She knows the alternative is he's going to go back to a sober living. But the man stops paying rent. He's living in one of the kids' rooms. The kids are sleeping with the parents. Now all of a sudden the family's inconvenienced because of him, and he's not even paying rent. So what's the point in fucking struggling and suffering when you're not even paying rent? You're also eating the food out of the fridge, not contributing anything to the household, being there all day, not working. So you know what I mean? Of course she had to kick his ass out. And then basically had to drop him off at sober living, and like, how do you think that makes her feel? Right? Like, how do you think that fucking makes her feel? You think she likes doing that? Making her brother homeless? Stay in a sober living? No, but they force that upon you. And the only other option, if you don't put your foot down, is to just be completely railroaded by them. You know what I mean? So it's this huge catch, man. If you've been in the situation, you know how this shit goes, right? These people like Nick, they burn everyone over and over and over again. They're the kings of getting opportunities and then burning you, and that's why they end up where they're at, because they burn everyone. They burn every opportunity out. Cupcake says, I was an alcoholic, but now just drink more occasionally. I got you, Cupcake. Shout out to you, homie. Shout out to you for getting it under control. Tuxedo says, the last batch I got was so shit and made me puke so much, I decided it's not worth doing anymore. Good shit, Tuxedo. Good shit. Good shit, homie. Cupcake says, pray for him, please. Shit. Everyone pray for my Brody. Everyone pray for my brother. The saddest thing about my brother is I used to tell him shit like this. I used to be like, bro, you got so much potential. You know what I mean? You don't care about yourself right now, but I swear to God, bro, if you were to just shave your fucking face, get a haircut, I'll give you the nice clothes to wear. You'll get the job, bro. You'll get the job. You're a good-looking guy. You're a nice guy. You're a genuine dude. You know what I mean? People like you. All my friends used to like my brother, right? Like when I was in high school and shit like that, my brother was older, so he could get me like alcohol if I wanted it, or I'd go smoke weed with him before school and shit like that, right? Take my friends with me. Bro, my friends would fucking be kicking it with him more than me. That's why I tell him, I'm like, bro, people like you. You know what I mean? You got a lot of potential, but you just don't give a fuck and you don't see it in yourself, right? So that's kind of the story about my brother. But yeah, prayers up for my brother. You know what I mean? He's got a lot of potential. He just doesn't see it. That's also one of the reasons why, You know, I'd love to fucking bring him on this operation. Trust me. If I were to ever bring him on the show, you guys might like him more than me. I fucking hate that that's always the case, but I swear to God that's always the case. But you know, I got like dreams of like fucking bringing him on here and giving him a job and fucking helping screw his head on fucking straight. It's just like I hope he doesn't fuck me over. You feel me? But my brother used to tell me shit like I'd have like a swisher, right, at my house, not a swisher, like a Dutch Master so I could roll a blunt later. And my brother, like before I drop him back off at his house, my brother would be like, can I have the swisher? Or can I have the Dutch Master? And I'd be like, bro, like, no, it's the last one. And he'd be like, you could go buy another one. I'm like, bro, you go buy another one with your broke ass. Don't tell me to. You feel me? But it's like, that's the shit. They always put it on you. They are not the problem, right? The fact that they don't have money, it's like, well, you got money. You go buy another one. Just give it to me for free. It's always this bullshit with them. You know? Connor Martin says, sorry, you probably already answered this. Did you in your text with Nick ask him about that weird voice message of the girls talking about the three-way relationship bullshit? No, Connor, I didn't. But I'll tell you right now, Nick's been contacting me left and right, asking me to take that out of the video specifically. Nick does not want that video up. He hates that it's up. I don't know if he hates that it's up. Actually, I think he's indifferent to it because it more paints a picture about Kayla. I think Kayla doesn't want it up, but it's proof that they're in like some three-way relationship. And look at it now. Martin Sano won't leave their fucking side. He's with them as we speak. Homie never goes home. He don't got a home. So, you know, I have answered it. Or no, I haven't answered that question, Connor. I didn't ask Nick about that weird voice message where Kay's talking about it. I totally should have. I completely, totally should have. Right. But it skipped my mind when I was on the phone with him. He was venting a lot to me about his experiences over the last year. But just know that Kayla and Nick are adamant about me taking that down. They're adamant, Connor. And I've stood 10 toes down. I said, no, I'm not taking it down. I'll take it down if you come on the podcast and let me ask you directly about whether or not you guys are in a three-way relationship. Because that needs to be known. This is one of the biggest details in the whole thing, that Kayla is potentially in a relationship with Nick and fucking Martin. Shout out to Connor Martin for the question. Cupcake says, my little brother just went back to rehab for the third time, but every time he went willingly, you can want to get sober and have a hard time. I feel you, Cupcake. I feel you. I think my brother wants to get sober as well. You know, he goes to these things willingly. It's not like he wants to be strung out on the streets. No, he goes to these things willingly. So I think he has a hard time as well. You know, people have trauma. Everyone's got trauma in their life. I'm sure everyone watching been through their own circumstances in life. You feel me? The unfortunate thing is some people learn to cope really toxically. You feel me? So that's something else I've noticed. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, we all got problems, but some people really, you know, they cope with it toxically. And I'm just saying that to say that, you know, people want to get sober, but they have a hard time. And I think it is because potentially trauma that they've been through in their life and they never really processed it. And the drugs help them feel numb. Dale J says, it's fucked up. I have a brother like that. Yeah, so, you know, shout out to all your guys' brothers too, you know what I mean? Prayers up for all of them. You know, we're hoping they, you know, for lack of a better word, it's all love, but pull their heads out of their fucking asses eventually. You know, it's all love with that. Jew says, I was an alcoholic. I quit on my own with nothing. Shit. Shout out to Jew. My man fucking strong. Okay, my man Jew strong. Quit alcohol with nothing. Straight nothing. Cold turkey. You know, there's a lot of people like that too. Cold turkey people. Jew got to be a cold turkey guy if he did it with nothing. I'm not as much of a cold turkey guy. You guys should know that by now. I know Jew probably knows that. He's been tapped in the streams long enough. I'm not a cold turkey guy. I'm a guy who weans off things. You feel me? I got to wean off it. I'm a wiener. Shit, no diddy. Weird One says, Tuxedo sounds like he was on the White Downer. That's my guess. White Downer? What is that, fentanyl or fucking coke? White Downer. Coke ain't a White Downer. Maybe some fent. Who knows? HT, you want to be more specific? Dale says, literally had the same conversations with my brother. Then he ended up in jail. Had so much potential. Yeah, man. Yeah. That's the worst part, Dale. We see the best in them, but they don't see it in themselves. You feel me? What's he addicted to? To be honest, I mean, if you're asking about my brother, I don't really know. I think it's some type of speed drug of some sort. I think it's some type of speed drug, but he says he's sober. You feel me? He doesn't want to like admit it necessarily. He on some type of speed drug though. I could tell. Kevin from Chicago says you're popping off hard. Shit, Kevin, what that mean, homie? Mean I'm spitting or what? Eric says, I wonder if your relationship with your bro is the same as Nate with Nick right now. It basically is, Eric. It basically is. My brother comes around family, and my brother's a really loving guy. You know what I mean? He's more so just self-destructive. He doesn't like to hurt family and shit like that by any means. He's mostly self-destructive and lazy, you know? Like I said, he lived with my sister for a little bit, and he was paying rent and just became a burden after a while. And that's the common issue with him. So I think they're a little bit different, but there's a lot of similarities with my brother and the whole Nick and Nate thing, you know? Like, there's a reason why Nate doesn't fucking try to talk to his brother about it. There's a reason why I don't talk to my brother about it. We've been down that road before. It gets you nowhere. It gets you nowhere, bro. Gets you fucking nowhere. Now, if my brother was doing what Nick is doing and fucking off left and right, I might say something about it. You feel me? Again. But yeah, there's a lot of similarities, Eric. Miata Boy says, Jacob, can you react to that video? I don't know, homie. I'm kind of just like almost about to pop off stream, to be honest with you, Miata Boy. Maybe we could watch it tomorrow. Because we're going to be, you know, hard pressed for news shit tomorrow anyway. Maybe I could look at the video and we could tease it for tomorrow. It's not like I'm against it necessarily, Miata Boy. Like I said, I was just planning on hopping off stream here in a minute. I got to go eat. I've been on a diet, boys. I've been cutting down, so I'd be hungry. I got to be eating. So that's what I was planning on doing. Hash T says, take your foot off the gas. Shit, homie. My foot's always on the gas. My foot's always on that fucking gas. Miata Boy says, shout out to Jew. AJD says, Fent. America First says, Fent. Space Kid says, White Downer. America First says, WD-40. I don't understand that one. But Fent, gotta be Fent. HT, were you on, or not HT, Tuxedo, were you on Fent, homie? Don't tell me you were on Fent, homie, Tuxedo. You are a wild fucking boy if you were on Fent. You were a wild fucking boy if you were on Fent. Like, you are a wild boy if you were on Fent. Space Kid says, you're off already? Like, off stream? Yeah, I'm kind of about to pop off stream, homie. You know, 2.5 hour stream. 2.5 hour stream. Slow news day. I mean, unless you guys want me to fucking make steak and you guys are just going to wait here, but I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't want to fucking force it. You feel me? Dale J says, maybe ayahuasca or ibogaine would help instead of these programs, but expensive to travel to get it done. Oh, yeah, that's another thing. You know what Connor went through? That's why Nick was also telling me about his religious stuff, because Nick was telling me, I don't know, like, I'm getting my words mixed up. I don't know what I said 5 seconds ago. But what Nick was telling me is that his family wanted him to do what Connor did, which is that Christian spiritual awakening in Mexico, and Nick was like vehemently opposed to it. But that was another option for Nick. His family wanted to give him, like this ayahuasca, ibogaine type experience that McGregor did. But Nick wasn't down for it. Dale. The problem with Nick is he doesn't have a problem in his mind. He doesn't want to admit he has a problem, so he's never going to seek help for it, because in his mind, he doesn't have a problem. In his mind, he's never done more than weed and alcohol. And literally, if I wanted to, if I was really petty, I could prove to you guys he has, but I won't do that. I'm sure you guys all believe me by now and will take my word for it when I tell you he's had a drug problem in the past. Does he have one now? I don't know. But he's had a drug problem in the past, but he never admits to it. And that's why it's hard for him to go and, you know, seek help in rehab, do these spiritual awakenings, because in his mind, he don't got a problem. Connor Martin says, do you train, dude? I don't train. I mean, I've been really wanting to go back to train some jiu-jitsu, probably join at this 10th Planet near my house. 10th Planet, Mission Viejo. Okay, if anyone lives in fucking South Orange County, Mission Viejo, 10th Planet is where I think I'm going to go sign up eventually, probably this year, sometime this year, in a couple months. Let me just get my money up, you feel me? Let me get my money up. Let me get these stream numbers real popping, way more up, and then I'm finna start training more. I'm finna start training for my fucking fight. Boxing and jiu-jitsu, okay? I'm already a decent grappler. I'm a pretty good grappler, if I may say so myself. I'm a pretty good grappler. So really, I should just round out my skills and run some boxing. But I love grappling. I love grappling because I feel like I'm good at it. Tuxedo says, I was on fent and meth. God damn it, Tuxedo. Shit, shout out to you, homie. I love you, homie. I'm glad you got better, Tuxedo. My man, Tuxedo, I'm glad you got better. And you know, it's all good. We all go through our troubles in life, Tuxedo. It ain't how you start, it's how you finish. And you seem to be doing pretty good. So shout out to you, homie. I'm proud of you, homie. And I ain't judging you that you were on fent and meth. You ain't any less in my book, homie. You say it's not as wild as you think. Shit, I'll take your word for it because I ain't never took it. You feel me? I'll take your word for it. But fent, you know, the fent and the whole lean, Tuxedo, we got to keep it all the way a buck. I mean, maybe meth isn't as wild as I would think, but I think fent is just as wild as I might imagine it to be. I mean, the whole lean thing is crazy. Brandon, what's your name? And Amanda Serrano threw her name to step in and replace Kayla Harrison. I mean, it was cool. It was cool, America First, but it was like, like you finna fucking die, girl. You finna fucking die in that octagon. Don't even think about it. Like, they sent you that contract, act like they didn't. Like, that better just be a straight clout chase and you don't really want it. You just clout chasing. That's my opinion, America First. That better be a clout chase, and you better not actually want that. Like, if she's clout chasing, I'm all for it. You feel me? But you better not actually want it, or you're fucking delusional. Amanda Nunes would absolutely kill Amanda Serrano. Like, would absolutely kill her. Unbroken says, are you still talking about Nick? I mean, when questions get asked, I talk about Nick. I'm not really trying to at the moment, to keep it a buck with you. Just use Subutex or Suboxone. Ibogaine needs a full-time nurse in the U.S. Okay. Brad Nelson. Shout out to Brad Nelson. Shout out to all the new guys in the chat, by the way. I see Connor Martin in here. I see Brad Nelson in here. You know, names I haven't seen before, so shout out to you boys. Make sure you subscribe. We got HT in here. Or sorry, not HT, Hash T. All right? So all the fucking new people in the chat right now, make sure you guys subscribe. I mean, Warspawn MMA. Here's the story. I mean, we're just waiting. We're live streaming. We're staying consistent, but shit, you boys want to subscribe, because if you're liking the stream now, shit, you're not finna be able to turn it off once these fights start happening. Once I really start crashing out on some shit, all right? You're not going to be able to turn the stream off, all right? So everyone subscribe who's new to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Just one quick acknowledgement for all you boys. Brad Nelson saying alcohol is a dangerous drug. It is a dangerous drug. I mean, if you're going to do something, you should be smoking weed over alcohol. I'll tell you guys that much right now. Dale says, I think the trauma of Nick losing his first girlfriend when he was younger could have had a lot to do with things. That story is sad as fuck. It is. It is, Dale. But here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. You know, I did talk about it earlier where I said, you know, we all been through our shit, and people, you know, they process it differently. Now, I'm not looking down on the people who process it differently, like my brother, like fucking Nick Diaz. But here's the thing. Eventually, you all have to come to a realization. If anybody's struggling with something right now, you might need to hear this. Eventually, we all need to come to the realization. You know what I mean? Like, stop fucking dwelling on it. You got to make the best of your life, bro. And dwelling on it ain't going to fix anything. Yeah, Nick lost his girlfriend. Yeah, it was sad, bro. You know, yeah, it was. But you're fucking 40 now. You know what I mean? Make the best of your life. Let it go. You know, forgive yourself, right? Learn how to get over it. It's not easy, bro. But I mean, at the end of the day, that's what keeps people down. You know, stop blaming other problems. Stop even blaming, oh, you know, I'm down bad because my girlfriend died when I was this age before I made my UFC debut. Stop blaming that on the problem and just take full on self accountability that you are the issue at hand. You know what I mean? You're being soft. Point blank, period. I've been through my own shit in life. I could easily talk about, oh, you know what I mean? I wouldn't be here if this happened to me. My life would have been so much better if this happened to me, right? But at the end of the day, you're best off forgetting about that shit. You're best off forgetting about that shit. It's going to do nothing but hold you down, okay? Nick shouldn't forget about his ex-girlfriend, but he should really separate himself from that whole thing. You know, the woman who died. He should celebrate her, you know, on anniversaries when she died. He should remember her. But he shouldn't let it bring him down. He should forget about it in that aspect. He shouldn't be sad about it anymore. You know, so, I mean, that's what I got to say. That's what I got to say. My brother, too. You know what I mean? My brother, too. He got to fucking stop, like, blaming what he's been through in life. You know what I mean? And man up and just make the best of it yourself. You know, that's what I got to say about that shit, bro. Yeah, it might be Nick's ex-girlfriend, Dale. It might be, bro. But man up, bro. Man up and take control of your own life. Because everybody been through shit. Just like Nick, right? And his girlfriend died when he was younger. Someone else been through something traumatic in a different aspect of life. I mean, I could take Joaquin Buckley as the example, and I don't mean to, but Joaquin Buckley lost both of his parents, you know what I mean, before he was like 18 years old, right? He's got a grandma who took care of him his whole life. When he's like 20 years old, she comes down with ALS. Homie never had a minute to figure out his fucking life. He never had a minute to chill, right? To figure out what the fuck he gonna do with his life before his parents are gone, before he's a full-time caretaker for his grandma, right? Who raised him after his parents passed anyway. You feel me? Buck's dad was never in his life. Okay, they had a relationship at some point in time for a little bit, but his dad was never in his life. Like I said, his mom passed away when he was real young. His grandma raised him. His grandma came down with ALS when he was like 20 years old. Does he blame all that shit? We all been through shit. You feel me? Just like Nick's girlfriend died, Buck's fucking parents passed away. Buck became a full-time caretaker when he was 20. Joaquin Buckley, if you guys aren't sure who I'm talking about. You feel me? We all been through shit. We all been through shit. Sean Strickland comes from an abusive family. His father abused the fuck out of him, his mom. They were raised as trailer trash. They didn't have a dime to their names. The dad gambled it all away, right? He got his shit together. That same video we saw today of Sean Strickland and Nick chopping it up. Two broken, damaged dudes. But there's one big difference. Nick is still fucking dwelling in the bullshit. And Sean Strickland said, fuck it, I'm going to make the best of my life and move on with it. Move on with it. Yeah, that's part of my story, but I won't let it hold me down. I'm not going to be, you know what I mean, held down in this bullshit my whole life. So that's examples, bro. That's examples right there, and that's why I'm passionate about that whole thing. Like, we all been through shit. We all been through shit. It's not a good enough excuse. It's not a good enough excuse, especially in the Big 26, boys. Especially in the Big 26. And maybe someone needed to hear that in the chat. And shit, you know, just know it ain't nothing personal. We all been through shit. I've been through shit. You've been through shit. Sean Strickland been through shit. Joaquin Buckley been through shit. Everyone. Connor Martin was telling me, get back into jiu-jitsu and get your brother into BJJ. It will change him. Shit, Connor. Keep tapping into the streams, homie. Subscribe to the channel, homie. Help me get in that position where we can do something like that for my Brody. Okay? But I'm not in a position in life to be able to be a, you know, a helping hand to him yet. I would love to be. I would love to be, Connor. You feel me? That's why you must subscribe to the channel, homie. Unbroken says people take frog poison to quit smoking, but now we got no more frogs. That is true. They lick the toad. Kevin from Chicago says, I've been listening the whole time. Vibes are true and relaxing. Shit. My man, Kevin from Chicago. Shout out, homie. You know, I do like that. If that's what you're saying, if you like that the vibe is fucking relaxing, shit, I like that. I like that. I didn't know I give off that type of vibe, but that's music to my ears. Rainforest vibes. Okay, that's where you got that from, Unbroken. Drew says, lean is bad, but it's not hella crazy. If anything, you'll just go to sleep. No, I fuck with lean, Jew. I fuck with lean. I never took too much of it to get addicted, but I mean, lean's a hell of a drug, Jew. Lean's a hell of a drug, but don't even try getting into it because there's withdrawals with it. It's expensive as fuck, but it's a hell of a drug, I will say. If you want to get lean for the one time, just go to the fucking doctor. Tell her, like, it's winter time. You can't stop coughing. Every time it gets dark out, it's cold and your throat starts fucking seizing up and it's affecting your sleep because you're up all night coughing. They'll give you that cough syrup that they fucking call lean, okay? That's what I did in the past. I'm just straight telling you guys what I did. I was curious about lean. I said, fuck it, I'm not going to buy it for like $500 a line. I'm finna just go to the hospital and get a full bottle. So I did that shit. And then I sold off half of it for like $250. I sold off half of it for like $250, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I like sold like one line of it, but the other line I filled up with Robitussin. So it was like diluted fucking like lean that I sold. I took like 3 lines of it. If you know what lean is, you know what I'm talking about. But I mean, one time, it ain't that bad for you. You're just trying it out. And it's just cough syrup. But that shit is an opioid, okay? It's highly addictive. You will not get a permanent subscription for it, and it's extremely expensive. So if you get hooked on this opioid, now you're fucking getting sick when you try to get off of it, and you're forced to spend thousands of dollars for the street price. Don't even fucking get addicted to it. If you want to try it for the one time, you could try it for the one time. I probably gave you guys terrible advice there, but I mean, shit. I'm entertaining, all right? I'm entertaining. I give you guys the real. Like Kevin said, vibes are true and relaxing. Shit, I don't be speaking lies about the lean. I'm telling you guys the truth about it. Miata Boy says they're stealing trillions and millions a day. Must be in reference to the video he's telling me about. Little Cupcake, a.k.a. Shit, we got Eric and Lil Cupcake in here. That's wild. Lil Cupcake says, what do you think about the first card now that Kayla Nunes is canceled? Does it suffice? Oh, it's even better. It's even better, Cupcake. It's even better, homie. I mean, to be honest, is Kayla Amanda the worst fight in the world? No, it wasn't going to be. It wasn't going to be. But you guys know I'm not a fan of the WMMA. I'm just not a fan of it. And so, like, yeah, if we get Strickland versus Yadong co-main, and we don't got to watch and listen to all the byproduct of a fucking Kayla Harrison fight week, just trying to be an alpha male and mog every male fighter on the card. I mean, I'm good without it, homie. It's a relief, Little Cupcake. It's a relief. The card more than suffices without Kayla and Amanda. More than suffices. LOL, Kayla and Grosso is canceled. Tuxedo, Kayla and Amanda. Dale saying facts. America First saying, Brandon, the problem with Nick and other celebrities is they surrounded themselves with yes man, people that money or not, they're hanging around for the simple fact they know a well-known person. Yeah. And, you know, that's the difference with my brother, America First. I was actually having this conversation today. It's like, that's a big problem with Nick. Because like we were talking about, there's similarities with my brother and Nick. And it's like, bro, the similarity or the big difference between my brother and Nick is like my brother, he don't got money because of the way he lives his life, right? And not a lot of people want to be around him because of the way he lives his life. So my brother just stuck in the sober living till he chooses to get better. He's so broke, right? He don't got shit going for himself. He's just stuck in the sober living until he chooses to get his shit together. And that's where Nick would be too. But unfortunately, Nick has two things. He's got money coming in, right? Not coming in actively, but he's got a big settlement check coming in, right? $700,000, or sorry, $1 million, but he's going to net 700 off the top. So, you know, he's got a settlement check coming. He's got people around him who are yes men. He's also a celebrity. So people, you know, have this fandom with him. That's why you guys should really appreciate that about me. I didn't let my fandom get in the way. You know how much of a desire instinctually that like I could have had to just want to be liked by Nick Diaz and not piss him off? Do you know how many people out there would have been that way? Oh, I want to be liked by Nick Diaz. Like, you guys should respect the fuck out of the fact that I burnt my bridge with Nick out of the kindness of my heart for him. You feel me? I could have been one of those yes men because he's a celebrity. He's a fucking legend. I never expected to speak to a guy like Nick Diaz. Are you kidding me? Okay? And I didn't let my fandom get in the way. Like Jake Shields, like fucking Martin the Spartan Sano, like all these fucking clowns, bro. Me. And you know, that's a lesson too. Like I don't mean to be spitting tonight, but I do be spitting. And it's like, that's a lesson to you guys. You guys be wondering, how the fuck does Jacob get all this information? Like, what the fuck's going on? Like how the fuck, like, you know, what is going on, right? How is Jacob getting this shit? Well, maybe because I ain't no fucking clout chaser, bro. I mean, I know people want to call me that or think I am. But you think if I gave clout chaser vibes that these people would be talking to me day after day? You really think so? Or even look at the interviews Joaquin's done in the past, right? Why is Joaquin so tapped in with Jacob in the channel? Maybe because I'm just a genuine dude. I don't give clout chaser vibes. I just keep it a buck. And so, not to glaze myself, but it's just to tell you guys, you know what I mean? You don't need to be clout chasing. You just need to keep it real. Keep it real, be genuine, and you know what I mean? The work will speak for itself. But I swear to God, if I was on some clout chasing shit, I would have fucking been glazing up Nick. I wouldn't be speaking my truth. I wouldn't be actively speaking with the sources I'm speaking to. Nate would have wanted to slap my fucking ass. Okay, if I was a clout chaser, because like I said, I've got information that I could make money off of. I could sell something to TMZ. I could leak this video and be the guy. Be the guy who leaked this video. I ain't done none of that. I ain't done none of that. None of it. You feel me? So like, you know, I got on this tangent because America First is saying the problem with Nick and other celebrities is they surround themselves with yes men, people that put money, or sorry, people that money or not they're hanging out for the simple fact they know a well-known person. And I'm just going on that rant because you guys need to know I wasn't on no clout chasing shit, and I never been on that. And actually, I think it's a reason for some of the success I've been having, because there's so many fucking clout chasers out there, bro. There's so many clout chasers out there. And you can smell it on them. You can smell it from a mile away. America First adding, they will go along and do whatever to keep them happy and be in good standing. Not me, America First. And I'm going to say it again. That's why you boys should respect what I did here. You boys should fucking respect it. And I know you do. But it needs to also be said by me. It also does need to be said by me. You know, it should be respected what I did. Because Ariel hasn't even been that fucking real. In his entire career, Ariel has never kept it that real. And Ariel's fucking 30 years of journalism in MMA, he never been that real. He never been that real. Shit. That Journalist of the Year award, I'm in the lead. I'm in the lead right now. I'm in the lead right now for Journalist of the Year, MMA Journalist of the Year in the Big 26. I'm in the lead. It's me. It's me. I just told you guys that the UFC takes out life insurance policies on the fighters, right, in their fight contracts. That's real journalism. That's fucking journalism. Nobody knows that. That's fucking secret information, and you guys don't even know how I fucking know that, okay? But I'm a fucking real journalist. I'm giving real fucking news And you know what I mean? I'm journalist of the year up to this point. It's me. It's me. In Ariel's 20-something years of work, he never done something like what I've done with Nick this week. Dale says, or sorry, Space Kid says, W Buck, man. And I'll just say this too. Shit, if I was glazing the fuck out of myself, my bad, boys. I got to do it at some point in time. But I don't like glazing myself too much, so that's why I'm pointing it out. Dale says, this is why we can't blame Kayla for anything, as he's making these choices. Only he can admit he's made terrible decisions, while blaming everyone else. Being suspended for that weed stuff, though, sucked. I know that's why we can't blame Kayla, but Dale, I'm going to blame Kayla a little bit, bro, because she's keeping him weak, bro. She's keeping him weak. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. She's keeping him weak. She flipped him. He was doing good until she came back in the picture. I'm going to blame Kayla a little bit. It is on Nick, Dale. Don't get me wrong. It is on Nick, but I'm finna blame Kayla a little bit. Conquer 5058 says, after the incense video came out, Kayla was the one who posted cryptic IG posts that Nick is on drugs. The story you told last vid is prob facts 100%. Thank you, Conquer. And I hope you're subscribed, homie. I hope you're subscribed. But everything I've said is 100%, bro. I haven't told any lies. I haven't told any lies, homie. And I appreciate you kind of validating what I've been saying, Conquer. And I like that you watched the last video and you're here tonight. My man. Yeah, exactly as you wrote that, Conquer, is what happened. Kayla was the one who posted the cryptic IG post that Nick is on drugs. And Kayla's also the one who filmed the incense video. And arguably, she's the one who posted it, but she's not taking blame for it. She's saying one of her friends posted it. But I don't know. I feel like she low-key posted it. That's the typical thing with Nick. You know, he doesn't blame Kayla. He doesn't blame Martin Sano. Everyone else gets the blame. So, of course, Kayla filmed it, but she didn't post it, right? Her friend posted it. Of course, Martin Sano took him to the fucking rehab, right? But he didn't drug him. Cousin Ruben drugged him. You guys see the fucking common denominator? Kayla and Martin are actually the ones doing Nick dirty, but Nick blames it on other people. Eric says, the thing is, it's not like Nick never did anything with his life. He's a former champ and an MMA legend, but always found a way to sabotage his own success. Eric, I mean, come on, bro. All facts. All facts. And Dale's saying all facts. So I can't even add to that, Eric. It's all facts, homie. Tuxedo says, lean is good for you. Parry punch. Hey, come on now, Tuxedo. I didn't say lean is good for you now. I definitely didn't say that. I was very clear about it. I said it's an opioid. I said it's very addictive, and it's not like, you know, you can just easily quit it after taking it for weeks on end. You're going to have withdrawals. You're going to be puking. You're going to be bedridden. That's why you shouldn't take lean for a long period of time. But shit, if you want to take it for the one time, I mean, shit, go for it. It's not that bad for you. It's cough syrup. You know what I mean? There's a reason why doctors prescribe it. But everything is, you know, should be used in moderation. And it is an opioid, highly addictive, and it's an extremely high street price because of how addictive it is and because of how hard it is to get off of it because of the side effects of detoxing. You guys shouldn't be on this page of like understanding what opioids are and what it's like to get off opioids. You know what I mean? I don't want to explain all that to you guys, but if you're on that tip, then you get what I'm saying. If you don't get what I'm saying, I'm going to say it simple and plain. Getting off lean, if you're addicted to it, you're going to be bedridden, you're going to be diarrheaing, you're going to be thrown up fucking 24/7 for like fucking a week. You're going to have body sweats, you're going to have these extreme pains, and that's why opioids are not something you should ever get addicted to. Ever. Even if you get prescribed like Ritalin off of surgery, that's how people get addicted to opioids. So don't, you know, I kept it a buck. Insurance price for a bottle of lean from the doctors is like $25, $50. Street price for a fucking bottle of lean, like $500, $1,000. So don't even consider getting into it. America First says, as long as that rainbow sugar takes an L, I'm good with it. Shout out to fucking America First. I think he's going to win, though, America First. I do low-key think O'Malley going to win. Unbroken says, I want $1 every time you say buck. Buck for a buck. A buck every time I say buck. I like it. Shit, you'd probably have like $1 million by now, Unbroken. I do be saying buck a lot. We stay pushing Buck's name on the stream. You feel me? Shit, I would have had to pay you like $10 right there. 11. Space Kid says LOL. Drew says Kayla kind of hot. Oh man, Drew, I know you kidding. I know. I know you not telling the truth, Drew. I know you kidding, homie. Ain't no way in fucking hell you think she kind of hot. With a W. Kind of hot. Drew thinks she kind of hot. Unbroken says you're much more huggable than Ariel. Shit, I'm a hugger. I ain't opposed to a hug. If I saw Nick Diaz, I try to give homie a hug. Hard to hug a weasel. I agree. Very slimy. Unbroken says self-glazing. I do yoga too. I was glazing myself. I can't lie. But shit. Sometimes it's necessary. Sometimes I gotta pop my shit. You feel me? Sometimes I do gotta pop my shit. When it's due. If I'm ever unnecessarily popping my shit, please tell me. Please feel free to let me know if I'm ever unnecessarily popping my shit. I need to know that. I need to be brought down to earth if that ever happens. Kayla must have fire puss is killing me. Jew, you out of your mind, homie. You out of your mind. You think Kayla tight or not? Kayla tight or got a wizard sleeve? You guys tell me. I mean, it could really go both ways with that, right? Kayla could be tight or she could have a wizard sleeve. I don't know. Like, what's your school of thought with that, boys? What is your school of thought? Unbroken said lean is horrible for you, worse than heroin. I mean, Unbroken, I kind of just explained it a little bit. I would probably disagree with that. Franklin says, LOL, O'Malley ain't losing. Jew says, lean sucks. Why you want to be sleepy? I mean, I guess you could say the same thing for weed too, huh, Jew? Weed kind of makes you tired if you're smoking indica. Shit, Jew, if you can tell my personality and everybody else watching right now, I have such a fucking energetic personality that, like, you know, that's why, like, I've been conflicted a lot of my life. Like, that's why I like smoking weed, because I find myself too outroverted, if that's even a word, extroverted. Sometimes I find myself too extroverted. Like, I'm super, like, you know, energetic in conversation. Sometimes I'm too energetic in conversation. I'm like, damn, I provided too much energy to that convo. If I was high as fuck, we would have been on the same fucking wavelength. So for me, you feel me, Jew? Downers, they're not the worst thing in the world. Like, me making myself sleepy almost makes me, like, on the same level as, like, your average person. You feel me? Like, I need to smoke a little bit of kush to kick it with Nate or Nick, or else I would just be like, you know, my energy would be too high for him. And I'm low-key joking about that. I'm sure he'd be fine with it if I was sober, but it was an example. Gonna start lean today. You boys are killing me with the lean. I don't take it back, though. I don't take it back. I kept it a buck. Unbroken says, slip Sean some lean before the fight. Sipping on some scissor. Shout out, Eric. Unbroken says, I went through precipitated withdrawals way worse. Unbroken says, I'm talking about Kayla Harrison out with injuries. How many Kaylas we got going on? I mean, we got Kayla Ramos, a.k.a. now Diaz. We pretty much got two Kaylas. Kayla Harrison and Nick's wife, Kayla Ramos, a.k.a. probably Kayla Diaz now. Blame it on Henny. Wizard sleeve, I just heard that. Unbroken. Imagine a wizard sleeve. Look in the camera, homie. Look in the camera. When we're talking about a woman's puss, right, and I say wizard sleeve, imagine it. I'm holding up my arm. Look at a wizard sleeve. You feel me? Imagine a wizard sleeve. Okay? That's a wizard sleeve, homie. That's why I said, is she tight or she got a wizard sleeve? Because imagine a wizard sleeve. Is a wizard sleeve loose or fucking tight? It's loose on the wrist, right? Okay, so now we can answer the question. Does Kayla Harrison have a wizard sleeve or she tight? Jew thinks she fucking tight now, which is wild fucking work from Jew. Didn't they cancel the real lean? Mark Hatch, did they? What's poppin', Mark Hatch? I don't know if you've been in the chat all night, but I'm just noticing your name now. Honestly, I don't know if they did cancel real lean. Did they cancel real lean? It's just codeine and promethazine. We're calling it lean, but it's codeine and promethazine. Did they cancel codeine with promethazine? It basically says the short answer is yes, but its use is now highly restricted, particularly in children due to serious risks, while doctors still prescribe promethazine with codeine in limited circumstances, such as severe cough associated with specific medical conditions. It is far less common and subject to stringent guidelines. So see what I mean? I told you guys, go to the doctor. I can't believe I'm telling you how to get a fucking one-time lean script. But you go to the doctor, you tell them it's fucking cold outside, I'm coughing, it's keeping me up at night, the cold weather is fucking up my throat, and they'll give it to you. Maybe not anymore, but about, 5 years ago, that worked for me. And just do it for the one time, okay? Don't be fucking continuing to do it. And if you don't want to do it at all, then shit, don't do it at all. Don't listen to me. I'm just speaking to the people who are like curious out there. You feel me? Indica sucks, says Space Kid. Space Kid, all I smoke is indica. I would even argue with you and say fucking sativa sucks. I low-key don't even fucking buy sativa. I mean, I'll smoke it, but it's like shit. That ain't doing shit for me. I like to just get baked as fuck, Space Kid. And you get more baked with the indica, in my opinion. I don't even think it's in my opinion. I think that's a fact. Indica is stronger and gets you more like baked than sativa. That's why people like sativa, because you can kind of like have a clear head. But indica, that shit just domes you right to the fucking dome. Marquette, yeah, I just got here. LOL. Good to see you, homie. I'm glad you are in here. Franklin says, haha, that shrimp that's fighting, what's her name, Rose? She ain't a looker, though. Have to say, LOL, take another look at her. Rose Namajunas? She bad, Franklin. She bad. You must not be familiar with young Rose Namajunas. Pre-Pat Barry, Rose Namajunas. All right? Young Rose Namajunas. She was pretty cute. She was pretty cute. With the hair. She was pretty cute. Unbroken says indica is for sleeping. Space Kid says I'm low-key the opposite. So Space Kid, you think you get more energy when you're like kind of faded, is what I'm reading? Shit, homie. I got like this crazy energy when I'm sober. But shit, we all different. Unbroken says you and Nate can do an ice bath challenge. I'd be down. Oxy and whatnot have even heroin can give you temporary energy bursts. Shout out to AJD. Wizard's sleeve must be a Cali thing. I mean, it must be. I learned it in high school, Unbroken. I'll never forget when one of the upperclassmen homies told me this chick had a wizard sleeve, and I had the same reaction as you. I was like, yo, what the fuck's a wizard sleeve? And he explained it the same way I explained it to you. He raised up his arm, and he said, imagine a wizard sleeve. And I said, oh, shit, say less. I got it. Say less. I got it. Dale says, if Nick takes Kayla's last name, then he's in a cult, LOL. That would be the most fucking gayed out thing I ever fucking seen, Dale. Shout out to Bryce Mitchell. Shout out to me, Autoboy. If that happens, Dale, Kayla officially gayed out fucking Nick. You know, that's what I'm coming to. Kayla has gayed out Nick a little bit, hasn't she? I mean, the fact that they're both, allegedly with fucking Kayla Nick and Martin is just crazy work. Dale J says, check up the medical wizard sleeve and you'll get some lean. Eric Gould says, canceling a pharmaceutical drug would be wild. Yeah, it's not canceled. It's just more restricted. People taking Lyrica now. What the hell is Lyrica? Space Kid says, no way that's a fact. I think that's a fact, homie. Should we see what's stronger? Okay, but seriously though, boys, I got fucking to go eat soon before it's like way too late and shit like that. So I'm having fun too. I'll just be on here all fucking night. I have to like use some self-control and hop off the stream and go eat something. I'm loving it as much as you boys are, but you know, I'm gonna go in like probably 10 minutes or something like that. Space Kid saying, what's your source? Shit, we finna find out the source right now together, homie. What's stronger, sativa or indica weed? Neither sativa nor indica is inherently stronger. Their strength depends on individual tolerance and their chemical profile, with sativa generally giving an energetic head high and indicas a relaxing body high, but these effects vary widely. So checking the specific strain's cannabinoid and terpentine content, like its THC percentage, is the best way to gauge potency and effect. All right. I'm just telling you, though, from personal experience, Space Kid, my source is my personal experience. I be smoking fucking indica, and I feel like I don't feel shit. Then I smoke some indica, and I'm like, woo, I'm feeling that shit. Yeah, that's that good shit right there. But shit, you know what I mean? The Google search says neither one is stronger. It's all about personal preference. So maybe it's about how you identify, like how you feel when you're high. And, you know, the sativa, I don't feel that fucking baked. I'm going to keep it a buck. Space Kid says, if so, I'm switching. I guess you don't have to switch, homie. I would have loved to be right, though. I would have loved to have been right about that. I would have loved it. But shit, I guess you don't got to switch now. They're like the same shit. Hybrid's the best. Yeah, I fuck with a hybrid. Honestly, I don't mind hybrid. I prefer indica dominant hybrid, AJD. I prefer indica dominant for sure. Sativa dominant hybrid, again, I'm a steer away from it. You guys can tell I just am not that big of a fan of the sativa. Like all day for me, I'll smoke indica. Call me crazy, but like I don't want that sativa at all. Like like throughout the day, like I'm good on that. Like I'm good. Tell me it keeps me more awake, I'm good. I'll take the indica. I'll be like, sounds good. You got some indica I could fucking smoke? Shit. Been there, done that. I know what I fucking like. Mark Hatch, also Jay Opeta signed with Dana White's Zuffa Boxing after splitting from Eddie Hearn's Matchroom. Oh, thank you for the update on that, Mark Hatch. Mark Hatch, are you going to be in here for the fucking Adam22 Jason Luv Brand Risk Boxing event this Friday? I think you got to be. It's a week from today, homie. We finna live stream the Adam22 versus Jason Luv boxing match. I don't know Jay Opeta, so I don't really have an opinion, Mark Hatch, but I do appreciate you dropping that in the chat. Dana White should sign Asa Stevens, Max Holloway's fucking Golden Gloves champion boxer cousin from Hawaii. Rose with long hair was fire, says Dale, 100%. Space Kid says she was definitely bad. Yes, she was. Eric says pre-Pat Barry, Rose would be 13 years old, if you know what I mean. Eric, I know exactly what you mean, homie. Come on now. I know exactly what you mean. I like Rose's MAGA look. Too funny, Unbroken. Little Cupcake says, you got to get a better pick. One of the eyes. I know, Cupcake. It wasn't actually the best pick. I'll admit that. But fuck it. We already moved past it. Franklin says, LOL, Rose is a Cancer. Guess you proved my point then. Question mark, LOL. I mean, me and Rose are Cancers. We're both Cancers. Maybe I did prove your point, Franklin, but like I told you before, I don't really pay attention to the zodiac signs, so I honestly don't know what you're trying to say there. Unless you're just trying to say that me and Rose are both Cancers, then I understand it. But if that's not what you're trying to say, I got no clue what you're trying to say. My man, Franklin. Space Kid says, you know a woman's bad when she go bald and still look good. I mean, yeah. Although I don't know if I would hit when she's bald. Would you guys still hit Rose now that she's bald? Something, you know, I just feel a little bit more different about that now. When she had hair, that's a different story. Not Britney Spears. She looks cray-cray. That's true. LSD is the strongest, says AJD. I love everybody dropping in the chat. And I love it when they just come in with the Nick Diaz info. Like, keep it coming. Keep it coming. 3211 R7Z says Nick is in an intimate relationship with Martin Sano. It's been that way for years. Nick was previously intimate with AJ Agazarm years back in Las Vegas. Nate saw what was going on and wasn't having it. Holy fucking mic drop. Atomic bomb entering the chat. 3211, cite your motherfucking source. How the fuck do you know he was intimate with AJ Agazarm? 3211, I'm glad I stayed live for this long just for you to come in here and fucking comment that. I don't know if it's true, but oh my goodness gracious, homie. Like, you really just dropped an insane atomic bomb. And I'd love for you to elaborate. Shout out everybody watching. Once again, like the stream and subscribe if you're not subscribed. We here on a late night Friday night. HT says Lyrica is a nerve pain medication. Okay. Yeah, that might be good for like a Nick Diaz. I don't know. He got some, you know, it's like CTE, you know what I mean? Some body issues probably, some drug issues. I mean, I don't know what Nick needs. Juice said, I prefer. Not sure what he prefers. Oh, I prefer smoking Fent. Shout out to Drew. Try Datura. Unbroken dropping the song of the night. Shout out to Mr. Unbroken. Space Kid reacting to Jew saying he prefers smoking Fent. Jew on his funny shit tonight. Manor Astro Man Punk Surf Music. Oh my goodness gracious. 3211 is on an insane rant right now. You guys see it in the chat, right? 3211 says Kayla Ramos transitioned in 2007. Kayla used to be a man before she transitioned into a woman. Oh my goodness gracious. I mean, does Kayla give transmission? This is going to piss some people off. But you boys know I can't fucking lie. A little bit. If you were in Thailand and she told you she's a lady boy, would you believe her? I mean, it's insane that 3211 R7Z is coming in here accusing Kayla of being a transmission. Damn, look at that earring on Nick. I didn't know he had a fucking earring. Look at that earring on Nick. I did not know he had a fucking earring. A big old little diamond in there. That's kind of fucking sus. Space Kid saying mic drop moment for real. Bombs in the chat. Shit, drop the atomic bombs in the chat one more time, Dale. That's insane. Dylan says, it depends on the woman. I knew a girl who I found really attractive, but then she caught cancer and I still found her attractive for some reason. Dylan, you got a good heart, homie. You got a good fucking heart. Shout out to you and shout out to that girl. I'm sure she a beautiful soul. And I hope she's, you know, still alive and still healthy. So wait, Nick and Stockton are real? Rainbows? Unbroken. I don't know. Unbroken says I knew it. Space Kid says no way. Dale says no way. Unbroken says you Nick is dating whose mans? Space Kid says bro. Unbroken says Nate going be in your DM for sure after today. Bro, I didn't fucking say it. I just read out the chat. Somebody popped in here and said that shit. Space Kid dying. Oh my god, you boys are dying. We stayed live long enough. We stayed live long enough. I don't regret staying live this late anymore. I didn't in the first place. So anymore is the wrong word. But it's like I definitely don't regret staying live after fucking homie dropped that in the chat. Don't see the Adam's apple or jawline. You know, the neck does seem kind of feminine. We need to see her hands. Eric, if we could see her hands, that would tell us all. If you guys don't know, transmissions, dead giveaways are their fucking hands. You just look at their fucking hands and their wrist and you'll tell instantly. Their forearm and shit like that. Stream degenerate. Shit, I'm a straight degenerate, homie. We all degenerates. We all degenerates in the chat right now. We all stream degenerates. Dale says my world would be fragmented if all this was true. LOL. I mean, the jury's out, homie. We can't rule anything out. Unbroken says diamonds are a girl's and Nick's best friend. I'm dying. I'm dying. El Lachero says, damn, that 5-year suspension really messed up Nick's fighting career. Yeah, until you find out, El Lachero, that Nick had to reduce to 18 months, homie. How the fuck a 5-year suspension reduced to 18 months gonna ruin his fighting career? Nick didn't return because Nick didn't want to return. Point blank period, bro. Dale says probably loves that strong drip. Is crazy. Hey, before I get out of here, to the homie who be dropping megaton bombs, 3211 R7Z. You got any other atomic bombs to drop before we dip out of here? I don't even know how you fucking know all this shit, but if you want to drop an atomic bomb, you can. I mean, homie came in here accusing Nick of being romantically involved with Martin Sano, AJ Agazarm, and dating a transmission. I mean, in 4 days, right, of Nick Diaz reporting for me, homie came in here with 2 fucking chats and out reported me. If everything he's saying is true, he just straight out reported me. I'm gonna give it to him. You feel me? Because that's fucking insane if he knew all that shit. Okay, 18 months in Thailand. Shout out to Unbroken. Shout out to everybody. Nick back on meth. Manny MSV. Shout out to everybody. We got everybody still in the chat. It's fucking popping right now. I don't really want to end it, but I kind of got to. Like I've been telling everybody, I gotta go eat, boys. I gotta go eat. You feel me? I gotta go eat. I just gotta go eat. Ugh. 4 days out and back on meth. Manny, why you think he's back on meth, homie? I mean, I don't know for sure. You know what I mean? Also, my left lat is like fucking tight, bro. No diddy. It's tightening up. It's from sitting in this chair for so long. That's methed up, homie. I know, Lachero. I know it's methed up. Space Kid crying, laughing. It's the drugs making Nick think he's with a real chick. Dylan has like this way of like authenticity with his chats where like I feel like he's being genuine and it makes it that much funnier. Dylan, you know what I'm saying? Or anyone else know what I'm saying? Like I don't even think Dylan's joking when he says that. I think Dylan's low-key being kind of serious, which makes it more funny. He's saying it's the drugs making Nick think he's with a real chick. Manny MSV. You see his Insta, his eyes, his face. He looks drugged out. Manny MSV. Nick fucking blocked me, bro. Because I've been on his ass. Nick blocked me. AGD says prom needs it or sleeping. LOK is Nick's Tyler Durden. Actually, I don't know why I'm laughing. I don't know who Tyler Durden is. Dead. Him sitting at the bar already 4 days out. He looks drugged out. LOL. Hey, can someone do me a favor? Before we end the stream, if you guys could do this one thing for me. I mean, come on, boys. I've been locked in with you all night. I ask you for one thing. Don't let me down. All right. If we got somebody who belongs in the Discord, or I'll even drop the link to the Discord, can someone like screen record Nick's story for me if he got a new story up? And, you know, drop it in the Discord so we can watch it? I'm going to go on my other Instagram account and see if I could find him on there. What's Gilbert Melendez's take on this whole situation? El Lechero, I have no clue what Gilbert's take on it is, homie. I got no clue. I would tell you if I knew, but I haven't heard anything from Gilbert Melendez. Hopefully he's fucking not as like, hopefully he's more on Nate's side than fucking Jake's side. But if anyone can send me Nick's story, I'm going to try to pull it up on my other Instagram right now. But usually if you block somebody, they're blocked on all their other Instagram accounts too. Yep, I'm blocked on the other one too. So if you guys can find a way to drop that story link in the Discord or something, I can play it. But if not, then we're going to end the stream right now. Anyone want to tell me if you're working on it? He posted a few stories. He's already back at the casino and ballooning, drunk and drugged. Go check his stories out. Manny, I just told you. I don't got his story. Manny, here's what you can do. Someone screen record Nick's story and drop it in the fucking Discord. Like, you know, quit playing, boys. Quit playing. We want to see it. Dale J says, once the drugs wear off, he'll realize it's Moneyberg and not a baddie. God damn, bro. Homie just dropped those atomic bombs and left. You still in here? Hey, 321, you still there? All right, if nobody's going to post Nick Diaz's story in my Discord, then let's just pop off stream. Stream's pretty much done with, and let's fucking pop back on tomorrow. I figured I would end it on Nick Diaz, but if not, we could just end it on that atomic bomb homie dropped in the chat. I think that'll suffice. I got to go make some steaks, if anyone's wondering. Oh, Tyler Durden is Brad Pitt's character in Fight Club. I got you, Gio. I think I might have watched Fight Club, but honestly, I don't even remember it. I feel like I got to maybe rewatch Fight Club. Max says, wish I could. My phone's old. Okay, no worries, homie. No worries. I won't hold you guys any longer. I'll let you guys go as well. We don't got to wait up for that. I am pissed off, though, that I don't understand Jew's reference. I got to go watch Fight Club. Oh, I was going to tell you guys what I'm finna eat. I got a 1,400 calorie meal. Jew says, Nick's story is dry. It's not worth posting. Okay, Jew. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you for letting me know that. Dylan says, use Imogen. What's Imogen, homie? We good. Okay, we good. I was just going to tell you guys, though, what I'm finna eat. I'm going to make 2 steaks. All right. Couple top round steaks. I learned that little trick from Sam Solik. Sam Solik says top round's the best for low fat. I mean, I do like ribeye, but ribeye is just very fatty. And right now I'm only taking in 50 grams fats on the day. Sometimes I'll bump it up to like 75. But, you know, the top round is good to meet the 50 grams fats in a day. I got a 1,400 calorie meal coming up, though. I got 195 grams of carbs I can eat, 22 grams of fat I can eat, and 110 grams of protein. So I'm finna go eat a big-ass meal right now. All right? For those wondering, because I know some of you boys are wondering, what kind of calories is Castro on right now? All right? I'm running 2,500. I'm running 2,500 calories on the day. Okay, and here's the split. Here is the split. Where can I find it? I'm running 190 grams. I'll tell it to you guys like this. It might be because I'm already like halfway through with my macros for the day. But I'm running 190 grams protein. I'm running 50 grams fat. And I'm running the rest carbs on a 2,500 calorie deficit or 2,500 calorie a day deficit. So that's what I'm rocking with, boys. That's what I'm rocking with. We good. He's buying expensive clothes, posting in his story. Okay, Tyler Betts. By the way, my friend partner is diagnosed with leukemia. Any advice? I don't. I'm broken. I'm sorry about that. I don't got any advice for leukemia. I would just say that, like, you know, I just try to be positive with everything in life. You feel me? So that's what I would say is just try to still be positive and believe in the best. And, you know, if you believe in God, you know, say some prayers, man. Say some prayers. I'll say a prayer for your friend partner with leukemia. That sucks for sure. You know, I don't wish that stuff on anybody. So prayer, you feel me? And positivity and support. You know, be around them. I'm sure they need people. Dylan says, Imagine allows you to view Insta profiles without an account. Really? Nick Diaz, you motherfucker. You can't fucking stop me. Nick and Kayla thought they could block my ass. They thought they could block my ass, boys. Look at these guys glazing up Nick. This is actually like low-key stupid. Clout chasers. Clout chasers. Oh, let me get in the video. Let me cut his hair. Let me cut his hair. Got two fucking goofballs cutting his fucking hair. Send his ass back to sober living or send his ass back to Stockton. Stop filming his ass. All free. Lame as fuck. Low-key lame as fuck. Shout out to Martin Sano. Shout out to everybody. I'm gonna speed read through these chats right now. And shout out to Dylan. Thanks for that, Dylan. Thanks for the hookup on that. Much appreciated. Nick is just CTE. He taken too much damage. Brendan Schaub was right from Manny MSV. Dale J says Tyler Durden was a fragment of Edward Norton's mind. He was an insomniac and he wasn't real. LOL. Ah, okay. It's making more sense to me now. I'm gonna go watch it though. I'm gonna go watch fucking Fight Club. Manny MSV says he was in too many wars in Strike Force. Yeah, if you watch those fights, you know he was in wars in Strike Force. KJ Noons, right? Otto says, later, man. Good night, everybody else. You too. Man, have a great night. I'm going to be lurking now. Peace out, Otto. I know you're still lurking in the chat, homie. And thanks for always coming in with the positivity. Thanks for always coming in with the good vibes. So peace out, Otto. Hope you have a good night, homie. I meant to say later, man. I got you. I got you. I'm becoming an expert at reading broken fucking English. So it's all good. Don't even trip. Eat wings for protein, LOL, Manny. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. I actually fucking bought a whole chicken, cooked it in the crock pot yesterday, and then like fucking shredded all the chicken off of it when it was done cooking. Then I took all the bones and like the drippings from the crock pot, and I made a bone broth. Shit, I be fucking on my fucking diet shit like no other. I made my own fucking homemade bone broth last night. You know about apothergy, starving cells through fasting? I do know about that, Unbroken. I do. I do. I think it's a great way to kill those cancer cells and shit like that. Do a little fast for sure. Space Kid says can't stop what's already coming. Straight up, Space Kid. Straight up. Manny says him blocking you just proves my point of him being on meth again, LOL. It's funny to watch he deleted his stories. Yeah, I mean, clearly he deleted something. Is he wearing a Liberace blazer? Maybe. Mr. Biggs with the dap emoji. Shit, we dapping on him. Or shit, it's not dap, it's dab, right? Dap is the handshake. Mr. Biggs, make sure you subscribe, homie. The stream's coming to an end, but you can rewind it as always if you'd like, and I'll be live tomorrow. So make sure you subscribe. Tyler Betts with the little flicks emoji. Martin Sano is a crackhead as well, LOL. Tyler Betts is not LOL, but that would be a perfect clip to your face right when it said, I got the ops going crazy. That would be a good clip, huh, Tyler Betts? I feel like they were speaking about me. How funny is that, Tyler Betts? I thought they were speaking about me too. Let's play it again. Shit, I'm public enemy number one. I'm public enemy number one. I got the ops going crazy. Shit, you got me going crazy, boys. I'm public enemy number one, and I am going crazy. You guys got the channel going crazy. Martin Sano, Nick Diaz, Kayla with the love triangle got the channel going crazy. It got the chat going crazy. It got the chat going crazy. He don't got the ops going crazy. He got the chat going crazy. Shit. Tyler Betts says, LOL, he blocked you and posted that. I mean, shit. It says it all, Tyler Betts. It fucking says it all. Thanks for visiting our all-inclusive chat, everyone. Like and subscribe. My man, Unbroken. Facts, though. Facts, though. Everyone like and subscribe as we're winding down. Manny says, wings, especially just wings, is great for protein. I weigh 235 and all I eat is wings and lettuce, LOL. Homie, I love wings. I love wings. They're just kind of like hard to make. And they're expensive to buy. But I love wings. I prefer to buy wings than make them. But shit, maybe I'll make some wings this weekend. You be frying your wings, Manny, or how you be cooking them? In the air fryer? Baking them? How you be cooking them? You buy them. Dale says, why haven't the Diaz brothers been on JRE ever? Because Joe's a fucking, like, goofball, bro. I'm playing, Dale. They could go on Joe's podcast. It would be totally cool. Oh, Manny says, but all fans seen his story from yesterday. He deleted him at a bar with Martin Sano and that girl just drunk and drugged. Manny, I did play that earlier. I did play that, Manny. I did play that, Manny. Are you talking about this one, Manny? I mean, technically, I want to be like accurate, right? They weren't at a bar. They were at a sushi place eating sushi. But you must be talking about this one, homie. You must be talking about this one. Manny, are you talking about this one? 6 wings breaded with rice and lettuce 2 times a day. Shit, not bad, homie. 6 breaded wings. I like salt and pepper wings. Anyone ever been to Hawaii and got salt and pepper wings? Best things you'll ever get. Go to Hawaii. Go to the food land. Go get yourself some salt and pepper wings. Bro, my ear is itchy as fuck after having that headphone in there for 3 hours. Breaded air fryer. Okay, I got you, Manny. Dale says, is Nick broke until this check comes in? If so, that's sad from his career. Yes, he is. And when that check comes in, Dale, he's still finna be broke. Unless he calls an accountant and, you know, squares away his fucking back taxes. Because they need to be filed. He hasn't filed taxes in 10 years. He owes 1.3 million, and it's probably half that if he actually just goes back and files them. You can file them retroactively. I know that for a fact. Like I said, fucking don't ask me how I know that shit, but I know that shit. Yes, that video, I believe also Martin Sano was there as well. Manny, if you didn't watch the beginning of the stream, clearly you didn't because I reacted to this. You didn't watch the beginning of the stream, but I had a classic reaction. I'm going to tell you what I said in it, but I'm going to tell you what I said in it, but you need to go back and watch it because this is like the reenactment. You missed out on the real reaction. But I said when I watched this clip, Manny, I was like, Martin, go home, bro. Nobody fucking wants you here. Like, Jake Shields went home, Nick and Kayla just got married, and you're fucking lurking around the joint. Like, go the fuck home, Martin Sano. They fucking woke up with you. They fucking are going to bed with you too. What the fuck is going on? Go home, homie. Like, it's crazy that no one wants to question that Martin Sano is with them 24/7. The newlyweds. The newlyweds fucking being burdened with Martin Sano's presence 24/7. Unless they're in a fucking love triangle, which I think is true. I'm receiving pressure from Kayla and Nick to take down the 3-minute video where Kayla says she's going to try to have a baby with Martin and Nick as soon as Nick's out of rehab. Now Nick's out of rehab. She's with Martin and Nick 24/7. Nick and her just got married. I mean, the only thing next to do is have a fucking baby with the both of them. There is no evidence he got married. Hamza, bro, like, that shit pisses me off when you fucking idiots come in here and just like, you know what? I love it. That pisses me the fuck off when idiots like you come in here and try to think that I'm lying, try to call some bullshit. Suck my dick, homie. Suck my fucking dick, homie. I ain't explaining shit to you. You think you can come in here and drop a stupid ass half brain cell chat denying shit? You ain't been tapped in, homie. Go think whatever the fuck you want to think. Everything I said is facts. I ain't tripping about nothing. Okay? And I'll say it one more time. Everything I said is facts. I don't give a fuck what you got to say. Nick and Kayla have gotten married. There is evidence. You're a dumbass. Get the fuck out the chat. Okay? Point blank period. You pissed me off, homie. You pissed me off with that one. Coming in here like a dumbass, bro. Oh, yeah, that's probably Sketty's burner. I mean, we got one more dumbass who want to come in here? One more. We got any other takers? Insanity, bro. Insanity. I bet you I won't hear from Hamza again. He fucking scary now. He's scary now that I came at him. I guarantee you I won't hear from Hamza again. Guarantee it. I literally got DMs from Kayla rubbing it in my face that she married Nick, and this stupid ass idiot wants to come in the chat thinking he knows more than everybody else in here. Please, Brody. Please. That's me doing too much explaining for you. You didn't even deserve that. You straight up didn't even deserve that. I'm just doing that so you can go to bed tonight knowing that you were fucking wrong and you hopped in here on some fucking bullshit. Okay? And to let you know to never do that stupid ass shit again when you come in here. Look at Hamza says, I said it before because other outlets are talking about it. Fuck off, bro. Fuck off. Other outlets are talking about it. Great stream again, Jay. Thank you, HT, aka Mr. Weird One, for the $10 dono. My man, it's always appreciated, homie. Genuinely, much love, homie. I appreciate it. I'm gonna get off my negative tip now because I'm happy fucking HT donated. This is the outlet. Thank you, Space Kid. Let him know. Look at Hamza just saying, okay, he don't know shit. He don't know fucking shit. Just comes in here. The audacity. You don't know shit, homie. And I fucking go after you and all you're gonna say is okay. Okay, you don't even have any arguments, bro? I'm disgusted with you. I'm disgusted with you, Hamza. Absolutely disgusted. You want to come in here all fucking hot and bothered. I come after you, fucking scorched earth on your ass, and you hit me with the okay. Like, not even any fucking fight, not even any arguments. Just on your high horse. Hopped right off that bitch, and now I stole your fucking horse. Stole that shit. Okay, stole that shit. Cue the fucking Tekashi 6ix9ine meme. Homie coming in here just with the okay. He don't even got a fucking leg to stand on. Don't even got fight in him. Don't even got fight in him. Let me read these last fucking chats real quick because I do want to just show everybody. Or acknowledge everybody. Manny saying, no, I didn't just join, bro. There's not a person in their mind that thinks he looks sober in that. Okay, I got you, Manny. And then Manny saying, Martin, go home. Oh boy, LOL, three-way relationship, three-way couple. So weird to see Nick in there, man. I know, Manny. I know, homie. Martin needs to go fucking home. I'm glad you found that funny as fuck, but it's true. Like, Jake Shields went home. Everybody they were kicking it with earlier went home except for fucking Martin. Except for fucking Martin the Spartan Sano. I mean, homie, you look like you need a shower too, if I could say so myself. Manny says he's still wearing UFC gear, but they released him. Maybe they cut him to open a roster spot while he was in rehab. Maybe. They did release Nick, though, from the UFC. Manny says all MMA fighters know Nick's CTE is super bad, especially in the MMA world. He's cooked. Nate is still way sharper than him. You know that Nick thinks he doesn't have CTE? Manny? Nick thinks he doesn't have CTE. Manny says it's brain beyond the repair point for Nick, because for him to be back with that girl 4 days back from rehab ain't a good look. Also, there was a story of Nick at a casino too, I believe, yesterday. I got you, homie. I got you. It's not a good look at all. It's not a good look at all, Manny. Manny, you got some catching up to do. You just got in here. You need to go to my live stream tab, or actually you can go to the video tab too, because I posted videos. But go to the live stream tab of the channel, or go to the video tab of the channel. Okay, I posted 2 videos from the lives I've been doing. So if you watch the videos, it's basically just clipped off from the live. But long story short, you need to go watch all the content I've been posting this week, Manny. I mean, I promise you, there ain't no fucking Netflix special better than what I've fucking put out over the last week. Since Monday, homie. So honestly, Manny, enjoy. Enjoy the content that I've been putting out. You're going to absolutely love it. I can tell based off your chats, like you don't know what I've been saying, and you need to go back and watch it. You need to go back and watch it, Manny. It's literally like for your own enjoyment. Like how much money I'm going to get from you watching it, right? Like fucking like 30 cents of ad revenue. I could care less if you watch it, but I'm just giving you that free game. Like if you want entertainment, if you want the full breakdown of everything, go watch it, homie, for your own sake, not for me, but for you. And when I said I could care less if you watched it, I actually would care a lot if you watched it, because every like, every full view, it definitely adds to the algorithm, and every comment. So fucking go watch that shit. I do care. I'm over here trying to act nonchalant. Dale J says, so he's released now to do what he wants, going to have to box to get out of debt. Yeah, probably. All right, boys. Peace out, everybody. I'm fucking tired and hungry. Now I got to eat my 1,400 calories at 1 a.m. Wish me luck. But peace out to all you boys. Much love to you. Fucking 3 hours and 48-minute stream. I hope you boys enjoyed. Thank you again to HT for the dono. And shout out to everybody. All right, I'm going to name them out again because we got some new people. I'm not going to be able to name everyone, and I'm sorry about that, but I guess that's a good problem to have at this point. Manny, shout out to you. Dale, shout out to you. Mr. Big, shout out to you. Space Kid, Weird One, even Hamza's dumbass. Fucking Dale, all right. Miata Boy, Dylan, Jew, Tyler Betts, Unbroken, America First, Otto, all right, all the fucking regulars. True Silence was in here. I saw him. You feel me? El Lachero was in here. Shout out to him. Shout out to homie who dropped the Megaton bombs, like 3733 or something like that. That was crazy. Eric, Lil Cupcake, everybody. Tuxedo Mask, thank you again for the donos, homie. Everybody's appreciated. AJD, oh no, it's 3211 dropping the atomic bombs. AJD, you feel me? Everybody. Shout out to you guys, much appreciated. Oh, Franklin was in here too. So everyone, much appreciated, you guys. Mark Hatch. I'm going to end it on Mark Hatch. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out, everybody. Hey, I see a new name. Tinos4769. I'll shout you out too. Peace out, everybody. I will see you.